number 5 of the DCCL. My name is Scan, and we're going to be in the booth here today covering all of the games and all the chaos that is going to be going down today in week number 5. Major Mangoes, unfortunately, is out of town tonight, so I'm going to be in here by myself covering the games. And yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff to get into. Oh, wait a second, just got a text. Turns out that Mangoes actually was live before. Well, Mangoes just isn't going to be here, okay? He's just not going to be here. You don't need. I don't need to explain to you why he won't be here. Let's get to the game, shall we? So these are the standings at this point in the league. Starting into week number 5, we got Ochev in first, Thuuuuney in second, Truman in third, DaeHoleeGrail in fourth, DC in fifth, Ants in sixth, Swanee in seventh, RayCheesy in eighth, and me in a measly last place. This week should be a big offensive week, and with Ochev getting the bye week, he's probably not going to be in first anymore after this week. Crazy to see how the leaderboard has been constantly shifting these last couple weeks. I really wonder why. The top of this stadium that we're going to be looking at this week. Here it is, the range. We're gonna take a nice relaxing trip out here. You see we have markers set up all over the stadium. My dude Captain Tater Tot nailed it yet again. We're gonna be teeing off, hitting some tanks here, 5,000 elevation. Should be seeing a lot of home runs here, this team build this week. Speaking of the team build, is what we are looking at here for tee-off week. First of all, the hitters have to have at least 125 power versus one side, whether it's lefties, righties, or both. So big power is what we're looking for today. Also, the pitching is going to be common. Going to be common pitchers. You know, if you played the good old Moonshot event in MLB The Show, there are going to be some similarities to that today. But there are a few different things that make this team build different than normal. First of all, there are going to be incremental bonus points for home run distances. So the farther you hit a home run, the more points you get. So if you hit it 425 feet, you get 5 points. 450, you get 10. 475, you get 15. If you hit 500 plus feet, you get 20 extra points. And the week's longest home run gets an extra of 100 points at the end of the week. So we're going to need to keep track of these home runs, see how far they are hit, and see the point tally that everyone has at the end of this. So going to game number 1, we're going to be having RayCheesy versus Thuuuuney. And looking into the first lineup, we have Ray, who ended up winning the Twitter poll with about a 70% vote, which is looking really good for him. But the lineup has Ketel Marte, Griffey Jr., Chipper Jones, Babe Ruth, Mike Trout, Kyle Schwarber, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Mickey Mantle rounding it up. You see, a lot of God Squad type players are out there today. It'll be interesting to see how Thuuuuney's lineup stands in comparison to his. So Thuuuuney is going to be rocking Bellinger, Trout, Gehrig, Marte, Schwarber, Jones, Muncy, and Jorge Soler making an appearance in right field. While I don't think there's going to be that much defense played out there, I don't know if his defense is really going to be of harm, but that team is looking pretty typical. The other ones we're seeing, probably see Babe or Gehrig at first, Schwarber, Salvi, or Jimmy Fox at catcher. A lot of God Squad type players are out there in the field today. Now, let's get into the pre-game, and here are our thoughts with Ray and Thuuuuney. All right, let's get on into it. We got RayCheesy. He's going to be joining us in the booth here now. Chat, I know some of you are like, oh, Scan, where's Major Mangoes? Guess what? It's none of your business. Thank you. We're going to be having all the dudes hopping in the booth, getting their thoughts for game number 1 here. As you see, the team build should be really interesting. I'm excited to get to, get into it. So let me hop on in here and get a Mr. RayCheesy dragged on over. Mr. Ray, what's good, bro? How are you feeling?
Oh, just recovering. Still, I don't know about you, but man, I am still very tired. But I'm ready to go. I'm ready to hit some bombs today.
That's all that matters, bro. I know there's a lot of chaos on Twitter today. None of that matters. What matters is that you go out there, you hit nukes, and you go out there and kill it. So what was the strategy with the team build? Anything crazy? Did you have a brewed up common bullpen or anything like that?
Obviously playing a lot of BR. I know a good amount about the commons that we have. So a lot of the commons that I took either have these really glitchy releases or they had that sinker cutter meta, just like all the other pitchers in this game. And then just pretty much using the God Squad. I mean, I tried to get Jimmy Fox to parallel 3, but unfortunately fell a little bit short to get him 125. So other than that, we're gonna try to swing, hit a lot of dingers today.
That's a goal, dude. I think the teams will be pretty similar. There's be definitely a lot of God Squads and all that. Is there anything you can do anything hitting wise differently? You're just gonna go out there and treat it like your normal BR games and all that.
Yeah, I think it'll mostly be like BR games. I mean, it's pretty similar. I mean, the PCI is going to be just like, how it is in those games as well. With it being home runs, it's kind of home run or bust, honestly. I mean, I'm trying to hit as many home runs as we can get. Obviously, I'll take any run and everything as well, but really try and get those big flies and see where we can go from there.
I bet, dude. I think you're gonna go out there and kill it, dude. I mean, it should be a fun game against you and Thuuuuney. I'm excited to see how it goes, and we'll let you get ready for game number 1 and prepare and all that before we get going here. So, good luck, dude.
Awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you, man.
We'll see you on the other side, brother.
Sounds
good. We just cut him off entirely. Things you hate to see. Now we're going to get Thuuuuney on in here. Hear his thoughts. So, Mr. Thuuuuney, how we feeling, bro?
What's up, one man show? Just getting after.
Yes, sir. I gotta pull up my Thuuuuney commentary skills, getting the one man show going here. I gotta pull it out, but we're gonna go out. We're gonna make it work. I'm excited to see you guys play. So, what's the strategy for the team build this time around?
Well, this is another week where, the first couple weeks we had clear restrictions on how we play the game, and now this week is another week again where you can approach this like a normal kind of game of MLB The Show. But I was doing some testing with someone in my chat in the pregame, and we were testing fastballs on power swings, curveballs on power swings at perfects or whatever. How is that going to end up being 500 feet? I didn't see 500 feet all that often. So I wonder what the longest home run of the week will look like. I feel like we're going to see a lot of 425, 450 foot home runs, but should be a lot of fun, man.
I agree, dude. I mean, we have some really big markers out in the stadium. I don't know if you see, we have balls markers 600 feet that'll probably never get touched. But are you gonna go out there and try to hit the ball super far? Or are you just gonna go out there and stick to your strategy and just try to win the game normally?
Well, my strategy of winning the game normally has not worked for 4 weeks in a row. So I think as always, the goal is to entertain, and a win would be sick. But I think, for some situations, you're going to bring the power swing out. But again, from when I was playing in the friendly, I don't think it really made that much of a difference. So I'll probably be doing a normal swing most of the game.
Yeah, dude. I don't think there's going to be too much craziness with it in terms of the strategy. But I think with how the stadium's going to work, there's going to be a lot of extra base hits. The short wall is going to play. And I have a feeling you could turn it around here, my dude. I believe in you.
I certainly hope so. Have fun doing the Vince Scully impression up there in the booth, man.
It's going to be fun, dude. I appreciate you, and good luck, my dude.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Alrighty, so we are good to go for game number 1. I think they're going to get into their game here in just a moment. I'm just going to quickly make sure everything is good over here. I think everything is lined up. Oh, wait a minute. We have a little bit of a little bit of breaking news for you guys. As you see by the Twitter controversy today, in terms of the Ants and Truman game, which they colluded and gave up runs intentionally so they could score. There seems to be a new merch drop on the Dugout Creative site. So as you see, we have the Ants Gate shirt and the hashtag Free Ants t-shirts on the site. If you're out there supporting the battle for or against Ants, the Ants Gate shirt supports everyone but Ants. The hashtag Free Ants shirt supports him. So there are new shirts for you to go out there and get if you want to fight the cause for whichever side. I'll tell you what, you better buy that Ants Gate shirt right now because it's definitely collusion. I can promise you that. They deserve their punishment of 100 points. And make sure you guys check that out. The commands in the chat, !AntsGate and !Free Ants will take you to the links right to the site. You can use their creator codes and all that, whichever one you want to support when you get your shirts. If you want to go out there and do that, but If you don't get the ant skate shirt, I will find you and terminate you. But yeah, let's get into the game. I think the two are going to be ready for game number 1. So we'll hop in and get ready for game number 1 with the guys. I think they're good to get going and set up. I'm excited for this game. I know Thuuuuney's had a couple rough weeks in terms of the outcome of the game, but I think that he's looking at a good spot point-wise. If he puts another competitive game against Ray here, he might be going up towards the top of those leaderboards today. I mean, he's already up there, but he might be going for first at this point. So chat, which side are we on? Hashtag free ants or hashtag antsgate? What side are we on here? I mean, you better watch it. That's all I gotta say. All I gotta say is if you guys watched that, there was clearly some collusion on the back end of things. Clearly, there was a message given out to let up runs, and the players are now warned that they should not be doing as such. They should not be intentionally giving up runs with each other to keep games going. Oh, with the pitchers walking off the mound already.
Was there a witch flying
Man.
around? I can't be the only one who saw that. I can't.
Game
Wait,
number
what was
1
that?
here. Hopping on into it. Thuuuuney versus
There's
Ray.
literally a witch flying around the field. Nine
Should be a fun one, man. I'm hoping to
Nine
see
innings, Chad.
a
There's
high
literally a
scoring
witch
game
flying
here. What's
across the
the
field.
over under on the runs, Chad? Let me ask you. With this team build, what if the point is 11 and a half runs? What's the over under on that? What's the over under on our 11 and a half runs? You think they score over 11 and a half or below 11 and a half? I think the offense is going to be big this week, but you may not see as crazy as the out of position week. I think you'll see something a little different
But it feels
this
like
time
game is
around.
Super laggy. Of course Ray went there. Of course Ray went there. I have to know that everybody's scouting report is fastballs high on me.
Well, there is a quick first out, 1-2 count. And Cody Bellinger set down quick. Bellinger actually an interesting start for Thuuuuney.
Thank you, Envo.
He's making an appearance out there in a scenario where there's a lot of really good players as 125 power. I know Bellinger is very
Yeah, I don't know
good.
who leaked it.
A lot of people like his swing, and that
I
contact
played a
isn't the
friendly
biggest
with Ray,
deal
and he saw me
here on
chase something
All-Star.
in the zone.
But it's an interesting decision with guys like Babe Ruth and other big lefty bats available in the outfield.
That might
Oh,
go.
did he get one with Mike Trout? That's another high fastball. It's going to carry.
Yuck!
And see you later. About a 340-foot bomb from Mike Trout. Not going to get him any bonus points. That's basically hit right down the line, but he gets the job done. The first teed off ball so far in week number 5 comes from Mike Trout, and I can't really say I'm surprised. About par for the course, that is for sure. There's another hit. All right, Thuuuuney's getting it going here. Here's the thing, with common pitchers, it's going to be very difficult to pitch in this type of stadium. You may be seeing a lot of runs. It's also really interesting how Thuuuuney's using outer only. I don't know how he's only using that outer PCI. It feels like
I
that
feel like the latency here is a little
the PCI is so massive. How do you know what the center is?
Dude, this game is going to be such a high-scoring game.
Oh man, he dropped that PCI. If I'm Ray, I'm gonna try throwing those high fastballs out of zone like last week I did. It's gonna be very difficult to get outs in this scenario, and he's not gonna drop those PCIs forever. But honestly, he's got to set that PCI a little differently. That PCI is so big right now. You can't really tell what you're gonna get or not gonna get out there.
I was on top of that? Weird. I think I was on top of that.
It's a tough one to get down to Thuuuuney. He does take a 1-0 lead, which is definitely solid, but we're going to need to see some more runs out of Thuuuuney because Ray's probably going to go out there and hit it.
All right, let's go. Hey, we got Corey.
Someone's going to have to go out there and hit it.
We got, like I said, we got a lot of no PCI home runs, hopefully. We'll see. I don't know. Right, Kodiak, right?
All right.
Cattell.
Corey Abbott, notable comment. Definitely know who that guy is on the bump to start off the game for Ray. This is going to be an interesting one here. I think Ray scored 30 runs last week. So, 30 runs is a high number to keep up with. And, I think he definitely can keep up with it. But if he hits like that, man, Thuuuuney's going to be in trouble. Look at that hit to start off the game. A little late hit off the inside part of the plate. And Ray just wants it more, dude. With these commons, you might see a lot of fluky hits like that, where you don't even touch the ball, they still get it to land. It's gonna be one of those weeks where pitching is impossible. So you might see some big points put up this week.
Probably should, honestly.
Oh, inside cutter. A little early on that. That's the thing. Ray is such like an all-star demon. Like you gotta pick him as like the favorite for this. Oh, is that a perfect?
Maybe that's payback. Maybe it's payback because it was a.
I would say it is. That's a little bit below the zone. That's tough to elevate at all.
That's tough. That's tough. That's a tough start. All right, Chipper, come on, baby.
2 outs. Chat. I see what you're saying in the chat, by the way, and you got to watch yourselves, man. You guys got to watch yourselves and what you're saying in the chat here.
Chipper.
Listen, I am the person running the rules and all that for this league. Ray gets it. Ray gets it. There is a bomb. Shutting everyone up. 1-1 ball game now. Oh, he's replaying it. Is this ball going to reach above 400? It does not. 373 feet.
Okay.
So 2 home runs so far this game. None crossing 425 feet. So no bonuses on the home runs yet.
I'm replaying that just because that's what Scan wanted me to do, just by the way.
So neither of their home runs. We'll see if I got to take notes of this. Ray and Thuuuuney.
Yep. No,
Thank you for reminding me.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, they're just make sure they remember. We're replaying every home run that's hit so we could see the distance easily. That is really the goal. None of them have any home runs above 425 feet or anything yet. So right now we're seeing a no extra bonuses yet.
That ball was absolutely smashed.
And you guys got to remember, if you remember the team build rules, the longest home run of the week gets a 100-point bonus. So the goal here is to hit the ball far, I would say.
PCIs so far, absolutely elite PCIs.
Oh man.
All right, Mikey, come on, buddy.
Hey TJ, whoa, watch yourself, TJ. I see what you're saying in the chat. Whoa.
We need that.
But yeah, chat, in case you were not here last week, you're seeing everyone typing free ants in the chat. Oh, you gotta hit that, Ray. Ray, no. That's a cookie. But basically, Ray and Truman, Ants and Trumanation colluded the other week. So TJ intentionally let Ants score. And Ants, prior to the game, messaged TJ and said, hey, if we get into Mercy territory and you're winning, let me score so you get the game going, you know? Whether you think he's joking or not, he did that. Then TJ in the 9th did it. So they both got docked 100 points, which honestly isn't much from their scores last week. They are both sent to the gulag for this week. And that stands as a precedent to everyone else. If you try to do as such, it's over for you.
That feels better.
All I've got to say is keep track of the Dugout Creative Twitter. We posted all of the evidence and info on there, and you can see what is going on between those two. Still 1-1 here. They both missed some mistakes. They're going to start to connect at some point. This game is not going to be a low-scoring one. I would be shocked if it is. That is.
Come on, Muncie.
Max Muncy at the dish, by the way. I love Max Muncy.
Dude, what am I doing?
Don't love that swing now. Gotta look for something a little bit in the zone.
I know he throws that
Well,
now, so.
he's working a count here, not swinging at the high fastball.
Please, no. Oh,
Mango's even told me to run
It's a
SMH.
perfect double play. It's literally written in the stars, man.
We told you to run because we didn't know there was collusion behind the scenes. We didn't know he was like intentionally doing it. We weren't listening to every word TJ was saying. We had noticed only after the fact, Ants. So what do you mean by that? We have plenty of clips from you. Basically, oh, I was trying to run right there. Right, and the clip of you typing that message in TJ's chat. It's over for you, Ants. Those points are my points. Forget the league points. They're my points. My 100 points. But chat, if you do want to fight for the cause, exclamation point free Ants in the chat. and an Ants Gate. If you want to check those out.
Okay, we'll take that.
I see a lot of hashtag free ants in the chat, but I'm not seeing enough. I'm not seeing enough of the shirts, you know? I'm not seeing enough of you guys go to that link right now for all you guys.
You're going to the bench.
Wait, you guys think I'm actually... Listen, I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying that in a manner that I was going to give myself points. Now you guys mention it, you know. I think that'd be a fun idea, give myself 100 points. You know, we actually took away 100 from each, so 200 actually makes sense. So, you know, I mean...
Come on, Vado.
I'm saying, I don't make the rules.
Smart to bring a lefty here.
Well, if you guys see the shirts, the free ants shirt, all the money from those shirts goes to ants. If you guys support the ants, the counter fight, get the Ants Gate shirt, and then everyone else will get split the commission. So it's a side by side thing. Is that gonna carry, by the way? Nope. It stays in.
They left so late. Dude. Also, controller going low. I think it's the size of the zone.
Chad, we have a ball game going on here. Stop trying to distract me from this ball game here. We have a ball game going on here. Okay, thank you. Is that gonna carry?
Not doing anything?
Oh, it left. How far did that one go?
Literally barely left the park.
Let's see how far this one went for Thuuuuney. That one was a laser.
We'll find out. Is that our first 425 bonus?
410.
410.
That is his longest home run, but not any bonus points yet.
What?
Do we have people making a Rob Scam friend account in the chat? Do you want to be banned, my friend? Do you want to be banned?
I'm offended. I'm going to keep the PCI on.
Oh, man.
We're kind of getting debated a little bit.
That's a big inning for Thuuuuney. You take the 4 runs. You take the 4. Don't get upset, Thuuuuney. Lock it on in, buddy.
Like I said,
Scan, I heard you were short this past weekend. Whoa.
Up a lot of runs.
Don't believe the doctored images, chat. Okay, thank you. Home run is 410. Wall says 411. Imagine. Well, I guess that individual marker is 411. It's actually past that part of the wall. If you catch the drift.
That's interesting. Not a very deceptive release.
I've unlocked heal ants. Well, you better be out. You better be out.
Call Bob. Appreciate it, KT.
Banning him having a name you don't like is what banned for. Okay, listen. I'm not actually banning him. Relax. It's just a threat. It's just a threat. It's just a threat.
Appreciate it, man.
It's just a threat. I'm glad that Ray and Thuuuuney are just locked in the game and not hearing me right now. That's all I gotta say.
2-2.
Oh God. How can Scam Fred be shorter than Altuve? Convert. Okay. Wow. 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 Okay, we're not comparing this to the CBA. Whoa. Whoa. Wait a minute.
Come on, Mickey. Come on, baby.
Oh man. Oh, he's gonna go for the steal. Is he gonna get there?
That's awesome.
Oh, he's
That's
gone.
Really awesome.
That's
awesome.
Unfortunate. Ran on a fastball there. Not a great pitch to run on. Going for the extra points, which I love, though. We'll see how much of that he does this game.
That's really.
Yeah, chat. I know Mangoes did a stream before and all that. Don't be concerned of what happened with Mangoes, okay? There's a reason he's not here in the booth today, okay? Thank you. Don't be concerned. I know there's probably someone out there concerned about, you know, oh, where's Mangoes? Listen, it's okay. He's just, you know, taking a break. That's all.
That's not great, dude.
Also, by the way, you see me muting my mic. I am coughing a bit. I may have came down with something after our trip to Tampa this weekend, which, by the way, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of content from. You're going to be seeing a lot of posts on all of our channels here in the future from this weekend. And speaking, oh, is that what it carry? Oh, he got that one. How far did he get this one?
I'm gonna take this time to remind you that this is.
Well, and there's the bachelor. Hey, Thuuuuney, you gotta stay muted, buddy. You gotta stay muted. 464. That's the longest for Ray.
It should be called a boob shot.
That is his first one over 450 feet. That's an extra 10 points.
All right, hey, we got some.
That's a nuke right there. Good for him.
Right there, man.
We see where the collusion against Ant started. What do you mean? We put it all out there. All the evidence of collusion and the findings of our investigation were posted on Twitter. You guys know everything we know, unless you guys know something we don't.
Let's keep it moving here. We're chugging that favorite.
Look at Ray getting at it, by the way, man. He's dialed in. He's got to keep it going.
Really bad, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Lucy. 11 runs, you know, after that first, I was like, you know what, 11. That's a fair one. They're gonna top it 100%. 100%. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, man.
That's gonna be the thing for Ray, man. He's got to get that PCI a little lower. Put up those rallies and try to elevate the ball a bit.
Yes, awesome.
All right, in comes Thuuuuney.
Oh, Twins legend Trevor Hildenberger.
Trevor Hildenberger on the bump. You're gonna see some interesting names out of the pen in this game, that's for sure. It's just gonna be utter chaos with the offense, I think. It's just gonna be a constant swap of commons.
That's a bad single.
But also, you would think,
no, it's not. Common Kyle Cody's
dude, you gotta hit those PCI. You gotta get that PCI down the middle, right down the middle. That's right there, bro.
It's just that's the way it goes, chat. Did I win last week?
Dude, knock it off with that narrative. You want me to take points away from you too? Jesus. Lock it on in, Thuuuuney.
Chat, we're falling apart.
We're falling apart? This reminds me of previous weeks. This reminded me of previous weeks with Thuuuuney, man. It's... He got up to a solid start here, but he's got to stay locked in, man. Look at how slow, 77. That was so slow. So slow.
Dude, come on.
He's getting annoyed at that check swing, man. He's getting annoyed at that check swings a bit. Yeah, lock it in, Thuuuuney. Ooh, those breaking balls are really slow. Maybe Hildenberger actually has something. He's throwing it so slow, it's getting him to expand that zone a little bit.
Yeah, but I want to get an actual win.
Oh, there's that high fat. That ball was at his skull. What distance does he get on that? Is he gonna get 420 on that?
I need you to understand something that you do not go.
Let's see how far this one is for Thuuuuney. 427.
Points on that one, and I'm happy about it.
Wow, he was 2 feet.
Barely by the chin of my chin there. 420.
And that ball, if that ball is a little lower, he gets 450. Man, you know, maybe you don't go high fastball against him this week because the ball will leave this stadium.
Knowing Muncie's gonna probably hit a perfect.
Chat, whoa, hey, take a joke. Hey, I'm just joking. Gosh, relax, chat. Don't fret.
Dude, I am just awful right now.
Yeah, dude, lock it on in, buddy.
I'm not doing well right now.
You gotta beat Ray. Ray, you gotta find a way to beat him, man. He's gonna be something that chases that top. You're gonna find a way to get a lot of runs, or I should say, Ant's gonna. I mean, whoa, Ray's gonna get a lot of runs this game. That's what we're gonna see. A lot of runs out of him this game.
Come on, baby.
And just like that, free Ants got gifted a sub in chat. There's nothing to free him from. Okay, thank you. Those are my points now. Thank you.
Chip. Have an out of position player at catcher?
No, it's not happening, chat.
I got Kyle Shortbreak catcher.
Scanfrid. We're not starting the Scanfrid narrative. Thank you.
Give me something big here.
Thank you.
Give me something big here, baby.
Imagine having a collusion on Ants. Well, we do. I mean, he colluded. The evidence shows. I don't make the rules, chat. Okay.
Oh my
I mean, I do, but I don't.
I thought it was be another double play. Holy crap. Thank you, Babe Ruth. All right, Big Mike.
All right, Mike Trout up.
You guys.
Right now, he's got a chance to tie his game here. His game is just been going here as you guys have been yelling at me in chat. 0-1 count to Trout. Good take.
Come on, Mikey.
That's what Thuuuuney's got to do. He's got to take some of those pitches outside his zone.
Good.
Are we a real league without a scandal? Yeah, is that a confession? Is that a confession we have in the chat? Wait a minute. Add it to the evidence list. Add it to the list of evidence, Swanee. Oh.
Another double play.
Is he going to turn? Oh, he turned it. That's wild. That's wild.
Oh, my goodness, man.
What's that piece? Oh, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one to hit. You know what you have to do? You got to be a little bit too patient here. You got to lock on in and look for that hanging pitch over the heart of the zone, you know? You can't really be out here swinging at pitches on the black like that.
Double home run to that really freaking sucks, man.
So what a take. You know, he's ahead in the count 2-0 there. That's such a tempting pitch to throw. I mean, tempting pitch to hit. There you go. Elevated pitch.
We get a run back.
There's another.
Yeah, double play. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. All right, Fernando.
6-4 now here at the range. Oh, is he going to get that one?
Go run.
Man, the boys are just jamming their PCIs. That's going to be a two-bagger. That's a hittable pitch right there, though. You got to be a little bit more gentle with that PCI.
Surprised he's leaving in Kyle Cody here, to be honest with you guys.
So Kyle Cody, 1 out away from getting out of his jam, but also a chance to blow this game.
Boy, we're scoring 2.
Man, Ray keeps swinging at that pitch just off the plate. It's such a tough one to hit, but he does find gap in that one and gets him over to 2.
We're just playing small ball
tie
right
game.
It's literally just
This game is screaming shootout right now. There goes the over-under, by the way. We're at 12 already. He's going to put in the pinch hitter here in the third, which is not really a bad idea. They're already going through the order again. You want trying to put a big runs off the rip here.
Or do I leave in Hindenburg?
Bring in Ants for a mid-game interview.
Yes.
You know what? That's a good idea, Burkinator. That's a good idea. How about we do it in between these two games? Tell Ants to get ready for in between game 1 and 2 here. When his game's over and we do our post-game interviews, before we hop in to those pre-game interviews, we'll drag him in the booth. We got to converse with him a little bit about all that has happened today. It seems like he's ready, good to go. He's going to keep it Hildenberger. Not a bad swing, but that's a good inning to tie it up. But yeah, that's such a tough decision. Do you use the pinch hitter early on in the game or wait in case the game remains close? I like the decision of staying this out, keeping the hitters saved. Ooh.
Well, here I am, slowing my bat down. Too late.
Late on an inside sinker. Is Hildenberger just nasty? That slider's really slow. Yeah, we'll get Ants. We'll need to get an interview.
This is every single week. This is every week.
Thuuuuney!
Every single week.
You know what Thuuuuney needs to do? He needs a check-in, okay? He needs a mental check-in. That's not that great of a pitch.
All the DCCL.
That's below the zone. Your PCI isn't low enough, Thuuuuney.
Great swing, but
Do we just like add a penalty of like 5 points for every time Thuuuuney's like, oh, it's just every week. Oh, you get unlucky. Chad, I'm just messing with him, by the way. I'm just messing with him. Don't take that seriously. We're just messing. We are just messing around out here.
leaving in Hildy for Belly,
Oh, he's leaving Hildenberger, though.
who homered already. Looking for homer number 2.
Oh, did he get that? He was just underneath it. Is that going to carry? No.
Boy, in my friendly game, that was a home run. That's kind of odd.
You know what Thuuuuney needs to do? He needs to set that center PCI. He's using that edge of the PCI too much right now. He's got to aim that PCI a little bit with that center.
Two of my absolute
Have a
favorites
good
I
like
love
reference for the center of it and stick to the center. He's hitting the very top and edges of these PCIs, which doesn't really bode too well for him, I would say, for the sake of this game.
They're all coming
That's to be a pitch for him to lay off with Hildenberger here, that inside sinker there.
Please no. Oh my.
Did he get it?
Man.
Oh,
Awful RNG inning that was.
that's a tough one. It's a tough one. So you just got word that Scan. Whoa, where are you getting that, Swanee? Where's your evidence that you got that, huh? Excuse you?
Because I think that's the best. If I need to
Don't
immerse him,
you
honestly, I need to immerse him.
dare.
I need to immerse him. We need 100%.
How dare you
I need
say
100%
fake things
immerse
in
him
this
right here.
chat?
That's what I really need,
Whoa.
is immerse him. Get the game over with. That way I can get my points scored and hopefully.
Chat, I'm not gonna lie though. I'm really impressed in your hashtags. We're really getting creative with the hashtags. You know,
So.
you're really putting eyes on this league with these hashtags.
Damn, that's a really bad swing.
It's a Scanford move. You're not the source, just the messenger.
That's what I
Hey,
said. I don't want to score
whoa.
my points,
That's a baseless claim there. All I said is that Mangoes was taking a break. That's all that I was saying. Whoa. Oh, is that gonna be a PP out? Both of them have had some unlucky PP outs, man. Both of them have had some unfortunate outs. Turning Mangoes to just whoa. Chat, what are we going on here? What are we going on here? What's going on? What are we saying?
Get out.
Oh, is he gonna get that one? He got that one. That's definitely over 420. All right, is he gonna get near 450 on that one? He got the hold of that one. Let's see. Let's see how far this one was. Come on. I did a drum roll. Come on.
My boy Ken Griffey, come on now.
Give us something. Give us something. I know Ray's trying to smack talk awkwardly. 452.
I'm way too nice when I talk crap, man. I can't talk crap. I really can't, man.
I agree, Ray. Be less nice. Be mean. So 451. We're 452 for him on that one. That's not going to be 400. Oh, God.
Chipper, little back-to-back action.
Come on, say something, Ray.
I know Scan just said to make sure we replay every home run.
So yeah, 360 for Ray.
All right, this is what I
Right
said.
now he
We
has
spoke a
two
lot right
above
here,
450, so he's at an extra 20 points right now.
man. Dang it! I know it's going down.
Hashtag scancel culture. Okay. Okay.
Oops, I don't know about that.
See, you
Get a
could
big area, though,
take
man.
that
Get a
word
big area.
cancel and take the C and L and then lowercase it, and then you get the same for ants. Okay. So you watch it.
Foul ball home runs
You got to
I've
be
hit
smart
in
with your
the
marketing with that
so
one.
far, to be honest. I think that's like our fourth foul ball home run.
Scan loot. See, that's an L. That's an L of a hashtag right there. L.
1000% did not swing at that. That's all right, though. I guess we'll take the out. Scan, Fred. I don't know how they gave us a swing right there, but that's all right. Whatever. Good swing, Ray. Good job, buddy. How late I was on that.
Man, we're kind of just getting the bats going here. 6 to 8
on,
here in the
Mikey.
fourth. I mean, looking like a pretty big score. I mean, you could expect more. I think this just shows how like the out of position week was.
What is
Like
going
the ball isn't flying
Why
out
did I-
too much out here.
Not a good
You know,
answer.
you really got to square it up to get it out here.
Let's have some fun offensively, chat. What do you say?
All right, Thuuuuney back out. Yeah, have some fun, Thuuuuney. Come on.
Another shot? No. No. All right, come on, Lou. Lou Cattell and Schwarber, he's got to be bringing a lefty here. He's got to be bringing a lefty here.
Why would Scan be worried about marketability of hashtags? He wasn't trying to sell a lot. Whoa,
Lefty
whoa,
can bring
what are we
in
talking about
Brecky.
here?
Ryan Brecky
Whoa.
might be a really good reliever pick here.
Scan
I'm
for
holding on
keeping
to Brecky 'cause I think he has a
COVID.
really glitchy release, but maybe Ray goes to him.
Oh,
right
you
now.
knock it off. Wait, yes,
I wouldn't
Goobs.
fault him.
Goobs gets it. Goobs in the chat gets it. Hashtag cancel ants 2K22. Hashtag not my market guru.
Taurus, that's why he's in my
You
book,
ain't right
but
about that. Not my stub guy.
I've never seen a pitch.
Hashtag not my stub guy.
A very mundane delivery.
Ah, it's funny. It's funny. Goobs gets it.
Teach class, be in charge of my still regular teachers grading everything we have turned in. Oh, there you go.
You know what? The prediction is a good idea. We'll do some predictions next game. That's a good idea. Next game, we'll get a prediction all set up. Listen, chat, not my stub guy. If you know, you know. Thank you.
We're not being disciplined, man. We got to be way more disciplined.
Yeah, chat, you know, he's going for the Griffey speed run right now. Just know I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning. He's not even have Chipper Jones. Be ready for it. Be ready for it. And I know he's listening to me right now. It's truth. It's truth.
I just want that for a base hit.
I know he's listening to me.
I'm just not going to swing at anything else now until 2 strikes. I'm not getting any good exit velo on it.
I think we just locked in ants. On a side note, but speaking of locking in, Thuuuuney can't lock in. He can't lock in, dude. He can't lock in right now. He doesn't have the hitting approach right now. He just kind of... He's a little scattered. He gets a couple good swings and then...
I know.
So it's so interesting to see. Like, Ray does like to take. He likes to take a couple pitches in the at-bat, wait for the right pitch. The thing is, like, I don't know what pitch he's ready for. That pitch right in the corner gets him each time. Just a little bit low. It's that low little ground out. Oh, it's so tough to elevate that.
Come on, Fernando. Come on, buddy.
I'm not gonna lie, this game's gone really quick. We had that over-under of 11, and it kind of got crossed easily. But it's been basically, like, really slow since. We're probably not gonna see as big of an offensive week like we did last week with the out-of-position guys. I think we'll be seeing 30 runs put up. Hashtag Scanford gave Tim COVID? Okay. There's a double diss in there. We're calling me Scanford, and we're calling Swanee Tim. Oh my God, that almost left.
Hell, man.
That almost left.
Yeah, it's bad, Zach. It's really bad, man.
Man, that almost left. That would have been wild. That would have been wild if that one left. Oh, that one's gonna go though.
Mickey Mantle.
How much distance does he get? Oh, whoa, that carried a good bit. Chat, what do you guess? What distance do you think we have here? Chat, I want to see some numbers. How far do you think that ball came? Come on, the suspense is killing me.
440.
440. So 440 for Ray.
Do we pinch hit here or no? Probably don't pinch hit here, right?
He's got 4 pinch hitters left. Who are you going to use these pinch hitters on, Ray? It's a 5th inning.
Right? Or do we? It's a bottom of the 5th.
Can't trust anyone under 4 feet tall. Okay, listen here. You guys are seeing doctored images out there, okay? You are disrespecting the commissioner of this league right now, okay? Thank you.
I want to know what your guys' opinions are on it. No?
Man, he doesn't know if he wants to pinch hit. Honestly, dude, you got to pinch hit if it were me. You got to hit, man. You got to swing the twig.
I'm gonna save Salvi because I want to...
Gotta pinch hit in this scenario.
I want to do something shorter. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. We only have
3 feet 10. Okay, see. Wow. Wow, the disrespect in this chat. The cap on this app.
6'9", baby. Let's go.
Scanford gave Truman. Okay, we would never give the Disco Cats. The Disco Cats get paid for all the work they do, okay?
My goodness.
Also, you imagine if he covered first base there, he would have been easily gunned. Does he take out John King now with 2 outs? He's 1 out away from getting out of this inning here. Oh.
Would be interesting to see who he brings in here if he does.
That looks like a lot more proof than you have on ants. Here's the thing, Reddy. With that picture of me, there is an original picture posted earlier with my normal legs in there. Okay? That picture was posted earlier. It was out there before. You could tell the image was picked up and edited, and I was shrunk in that image, okay? It is easy to tell. However, I do have to say, we have evidence of ants prior to the game last week, going into TJ's chat and typing, hey, if we get into mercy territory, just let some runners in so we can keep this game going and you can score. Think about it.
Oh my gosh, dude.
And TJ actually doing that in the 9th inning. So like, or the 8th inning, whatever inning it was. So listen, I don't make the rules.
Yeah, true.
But you guys, there's way more evidence on that than me being under 5 feet. No, we don't need evidence of that ball right there. The ball is just demolished. I think that ball vaporized it was carrying out. Griffey getting to another one. Perfect out to right center. That's a nuke job right there. Piss missile.
Just
absolutely urinate on that one. Let's see how far. 469.
470, baby.
Damn you fine. That's a new high for Ray. And his 3rd home run above 450 feet. So he has 4 home runs today in the bonus. So he's getting 3 above 450, which is 30 points, plus another 5 for the 1 above 425. I want to see guys hit above 475 or someone hit 500. That's what I want to see. See, here's the thing. Someone needs to take this message, screenshot it out of context. Wait, a midget gave Graceful Swan COVID? Hashtag Scanford gave Swan COVID. Just that sentence out of context is just hilarious. But no, that's not true. Nobody has been given COVID. I don't know who you guys think I am. You think I'm just someone who has the power to control disease? Like, who do you think I am?
Let's go. Chipper's ready. Hey, I'm ready. Chipper's got one here too, man. I'm gonna tell you that. Chip's got one right here too, man.
Hashtag scan variant. Oh, Jesus. New symptoms include a booster seat.
Hey, it's a good inning right there. We're getting a lot of home runs. That's all we can ask for.
Okay, that's actually a creative one. That's actually a creative one right there. You need to get your COVID-19 booster seat. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Okay. Let's not talk about COVID, okay? Thank you. There actually is a chance I do have it. I gotta get myself tested tomorrow. You guys hear me coughing? There's at least a slim chance that is it right now. Oh man, you guys are just absolutely roasting and toasting me in these streets, but you're making for some great content right now. 12-6 now. I think if Thuuuuney wants a chance, he needs runs this inning.
Fine, we'll change the PCI.
Yeah, get that center going. Get that center going, Thuuuuney. Here's the. I know it sucks as a check swing, but you shouldn't be swinging at that pitch altogether, I think. Also, he's listened to some slappers in his stream, by the way. Good takes.
Come on, Chip.
So we're getting a good count here.
Smile.
Oh, did he get it? I think he did.
What?
There it is. Another one for Thuuuuney. It's definitely not over 350 feet yet. 344.
That ain't 425. We'll take that.
It's a good cut. You take the bomb. That'll leave in the stadium. You need to string a couple of those type of hits together. Oh, he's going to get that up the middle.
Dude, that's in the PCI.
That's a very...
Exit velo below 90 miles an hour there.
Remind me to take minus 100 away for this whining. All I hear is some whining out here.
Literally makes no
Wee, I hit the very bottom part of the PCI. Knock it off, Thuuuuney. Lock it on in, buddy.
Flavor, no one existent, sadly.
God, I love messing with him with this stuff. Did you get that? Yeah. He got that one. That's got to be above 420. That's for sure.
Replay for that one.
How much did he get in that one? What's the over-under on the distance here? What do you guys think he got in this one? I'm going to guess 457.
My 450, please.
I'm going to guess 457 on that one. Oh, 480. That's our first 475 plus on the night. Thuuuuney's got the longest one. That's for sure. He's got the longest jack. And that's his first one above 475. So that is a 15-point bonus. So Thuuuuney's sitting at 20 points on the bonus, while Ray is sitting at 35 in our bonus right now. Ray's hit 3 above 450 and 1 at 425. Thuuuuney's hit 1 at 475, but only 1 at 425.
Literally had no idea what to do there. No clue.
Yeah, Oprah scan. Oprah scan is what you guys need to be calling me. Just you get a point deduction. You get a point deduction. You get a point deduction. Hell, I mean, if any of you guys who are in the league talks up a little too much today, you may be seeing a point deduction. Don't defy me.
I need to put good swings on the rest of the game.
Oh, did he get that one? He was just underneath that one. That's one of those like 50-50s if they're squared up or not.
Solar cranks 180, Big Hurt takes 140.
Gets 2, which is nice. But man, the Thuuuuney needs to string together a big inning here. He needs to put together a couple runners. Honestly, like 6-run inning for Ray is very plausible here. It really is.
Look who else is in his bullpen.
A 6-run inning here is very plausible.
Nick Ramirez and Ryan Barucki. He's got some not great bullpen arms back there, man. On the week, I don't know, man. This feel like I said, I hit one at 481. Other than that, man, I mean, Thuuuuney had him at 40 right there. I don't think the ball's not traveling too far here.
Chat, I gave no one COVID. Thank you. That's not how this works. Thank you. Thank you. Now this is slander, or is it libel? I always forget the terms. But one of those things. Oh, that's a dot for Thuuuuney.
Come on, buddy. Get through there.
Oh, that's a good pitch.
That's a bad
Just right
swing,
below the
bad
zone.
swing.
Right below the zone there. That's not what I'm hearing.
No, I'm gonna get a multiplier now.
Okay, okay.
Come on, Charlie.
Listen, if you guys
Outside
have
single.
brains and you saw all the conversation today, you know my argument
Come on, Mikey.
that Ants and TJ colluded is way stronger of an argument than anything you guys are saying.
Come on, Mikey.
Hey, we are plenty talking about the game. We are plenty talking about the game ahead of us here.
Dude, that was
Sinker right down the middle, by the way. Did he get that one? Nope. Man, both these dudes have gotten pitches right down the middle. They've just been offered their PCIs.
Depends on
Offering their
who you are with
PCIs just a
this tournament,
smidgen. They've
so.
been they're jamming their PCIs in the corners here.
This has been a really bad inning, man. Come on, Schwarber. Come on, buddy.
Oh, did he get? Oh no,
1, 2, 3.
man. You know what?
It's a common pitcher.
The pitch to get Ray out is that down and away slider. Anytime you throw that down and away slider just outside the zone, it feels like it's impossible for him to hit that ball hard and elevate it. It's just a weak little ground out. He's a little early on. there's the same type of pitch, cutter away. These are having a tough time holding that corner of the zone there. Figure you only swing at that pitch if you're in a 2-strike count. There's no reason to swing at that pitch early on in the count. You're seeing a lot of it this game.
I need to swing it like high percentage pitches, like that.
Oh, that's a beauty. Backdoor cutter that goes right into the barrel of the bat.
I don't think that's getting
Lou
too far. I
Gehrig
gotta
going
rewind
Oppo
that.
Taco with the perfect.
Hey, Beer Gut,
Is he
what's
gonna?
going on?
What's the distance on this one? I'm gonna say this one is 445. He hit it a little bit on the line. Ooh, 420. Blaze it, baby. No bonus for him, but 420 on the dot. Nice.
Man, I love you, dude. Thank you so much for always supporting the channel.
That's a beauty of a swing right there. That's what Thuuuuney needs to do a little bit more of. He needs to really hit those fastballs when he gets them over the plate. This game looks like collusion. What collusion do you think is going on in this game?
Thank Beer Gut for the tier 2 for 9 months. Also, #1 gifter of the channel, Beer Gut. We are not worthy. I love you, man. How you been?
But yeah, 9-12 here in the 7th. I mean, this game's close. And it should be some like pretty good scores. I would say right now, if I were to guess, Thuuuuney probably holds the lead points-wise. That's probably what's going on here. The dude has been hitting well for his own sake. Ray's going to need to put up a lot more runs to get the points win. But really what matters in these weeks, you got to put up your runs. You got to do what's good for your own, you know. You don't want to be constantly focusing on what everyone else is doing. You got to put up a good week for yourself. That's all that matters.
Is this where we bring in Zanino? No, we don't. I can't do that.
Jace Fry coming on in. Oh, he's got Zanino on the bench he just mentioned. Is when you bring in Zanino? Why, I think this would be a good consideration here.
Dude, I wanted the cutter low and away, not a sinker.
This would be a very good consideration to bring in Zanino. Righty, lefty with that 125 power. Ooh, with swings like that, yeah.
He going inside again or what?
You better get a hit with Schwarber if he is going to bring him in. That's for sure.
I didn't go.
Good take.
I promise you. Thank you.
It's a good take right there. You know, you guys are going to make me ban the word Oompa Scan. God, the fact that I actually said Oompa Scan. What is happening in 2022? Bring this man our finest court. Bring him the jury. He can come. I get the reference, Swanee. I get the reference. But also, no court session shall be held. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
The decision has been made. It is final. Bring this man our finest points. Ooh.
Just like how Halo 3 was, I'm loving Halo.
1-1 count. Oh, you got to be ready for that.
Crying.
The inside sinker froze him a little bit. Yeah. For those inside sinkers, you really got to be ready for them. They freeze you just enough to get you laid on them regularly. You got to be dialed in. Thuuuuney wasn't there. I mean, Thuuuuney's keeping up with Ray. Ray just needs that big inning. Ray just needs that big inning.
Come on, Fernando.
Nando, Mickey, and then pitcher up. He's definitely going to put up a pinch hitter. Oh, he's jamming that PCI up. That PCI is up there. Oh.
Man.
Oh, man. Chad, we're just playing a game today. Or we're just playing a game where we come up with the best hashtags for the scandals here.
Yes, man. I like it right there.
Chad, are we saying 5'9" is short?
Good.
Is that what we're saying in here? Is that what we're saying in here? Are we saying that 5'9" is short?
That's a good pitch.
The disrespect. The disrespect from you all. You know, I'll talk to my lawyers about those images that have been going around.
Good. Let's go.
Oh, good take. Going backdoor cutter. Doesn't touch this. Oh, Mickey Mantle, who has a home run and 2 singles this game, has a chance to go 4 for 4. Honestly, Josh Osich here, kind of giving me Andrew Miller vibes with that release point. I'll be trying to throw that cutter across my body inside here.
Let's go.
Oh, got a little too much plate on that one. Late side of good. Mickey again with another big hit.
Come on, nice.
He's going to score him. He's going to send him. He should score him. Yeah. RBI double for Mickey. It's a 13-9 game. And Ray is just dialed in to start the inning here. I would go Salvi here.
Bring in Tyler O'Neill here.
Oh, he's going to go Tyler O'Neill. Okay, going to go Tyler O'Neill.
One thing.
Get good matchup versus lefties. There probably will be plenty good versus righties. You have 2 innings here where you put up your big innings here.
The last part of his bullpen is, I feel like, not great. I got one more lefty left here. So we gotta be. I really honestly right here we need a 10 run. We just need a 10 run right here. That's what we need to do 100%.
Yeah, he just wants some mercy. He's got to put up a big inning here. Oh, you got to be earlier than that. That's a good pitch.
Wow.
Oh, he caught it. Wow.
Really?
That's the late side of good for you right there.
I was
just missed that, but like that pitch is like located perfectly at spot. I'm just a smidgen late. That's a ball you really want to pull down the line right there, and hitting at the right center. It'd be tough to hit that out with that late side of good timing and that big exit velo fall off.
Robbed Hummer, yeah. Get through there.
Ooh.
There's been a lot of hits this game. That showed me out.
That's one of those hits that they get that could either be that ground ball or like the hard hit ground ball or the little rollover one. Ray will absolutely take that luck though. He needs to keep up putting 5 runs away from a mercy territory. We're just getting a mercy here. You would love to see him put up a big inning here and get the mercy, but that might not be easy without his same is played.
I've been missing so many good pitches, man. So many good pitches, bro.
That's gonna be just short too. Man, this is just warning track power. These dudes aren't teeing off. They're just hitting warning track power. They're like just missing.
That's gotta be one I kill, man.
They're kind of jamming their PCIs on the corners a good bit. They gotta have that relaxed thumb.
Come on, Chipper. Come on, buddy.
Okay, Goobs. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, Goobs.
Come on, get out.
Yeah, that's the swing you need last pitch. Or last at bat.
Attaboy! 3 more runs here. We need 3 more runs here.
Beauty of a cut from Chipper. 3 runs away from the mercy now. He's going to try to get it. That's going to be his goal, to try to get... How far did that one go? How far did that one go? We're going to need to check on that, how far that went. I think he skipped the replay, so we don't know how far it went.
Wow.
But I don't know if it was actually 400. It's probably fine.
Okay, man. Hey, keep this thing going.
We are going to assume that it is below 400.
We got 20 hits right now, 16 runs. That's okay.
Yeah, 20 hits, 16 runs. Ray's looking pretty good on points. Oh, he's Mickey Janis in the pen.
So far,
I love
he's
it.
throwing a lot of first pitch strikes.
Jonathan Cheshire out of the bullpen here to get 3 outs for RayCheesy. Gonna try to get these 3 outs here so we can keep this game where it's at and hopefully get a mercy for himself next inning. That is his goal.
All right.
Oh, that's demolished.
Him out. I don't think that's
Oppo Taco for Max Muncy.
Anyway.
Jonathan Cheshire getting smacked here a little bit to start.
I don't think so.
408, yeah, not on that one. No big distance on that one. No bonus points. As in, they've hit a lot of home runs, but not as many of them have been like super squared up.
There.
Only been a handful of home runs hit really far to these games, or to this game.
I'm reading this guy. I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and go to Zanino right now, and then Mickey could come up in a gigantic spot if needed, and he could bat him.
Here is Mikey Z, who's made a lot of appearances in this league because of the attribute thresholds he has. He has the 125 power. And that low contact versus right. He's been a big part of a couple weeks here.
Come on, Mike.
Oh, that's the pitch that could have been double play right there. He was lucky that was a foul ball. Man, Mr. Cheshire here looking a little nasty out of the bullpen here. Honestly, he's looking really nasty.
This guy's got a funky delivery, man.
This is actually nasty. You guys seen this release point? This is what happens when you let Ray scout or play a lot of BR this year. Only Ray would know about how nasty this dude is. I'm trying to think of whose release this is. I mean, it looks a lot like a cap release. That is for sure. Definitely a lot like a creative player's release.
Good to have you back in the stream, by the way.
Oh, it's a good pitch. It's gonna sneak by. Thuuuuney puts up a 3-run bomb here. Ooh. That the Adam Simber delivery makes sense. Makes sense. It's nasty. It's tough to hit. Oh, he missed it. He missed that one. Stays out of double play though. He's lucky it's not a double play.
This is borderline cap, pretty much. Come on, Lou.
This dude's nasty. Jonathan Cheshire. I hope to see this guy regularly in the rest of these games this week. This dude seems like that dude. Oh, Lou.
Oh, pain. That's gonna change the late.
Yeah, oh wow. Early side of good net stayed foul. That's unfortunate.
Underneath it. I'm gonna cry. Ray literally gets that for a home run, dude. That's so frustrating.
That is sadness. That foul ball is sadness, you know. That right there is sadness. But you know, I just want to say, you know, Ray is behind Thuuuuney here. Thuuuuney is second in the leaderboard, so you know. I would be pretty okay with him getting a mercy here and passing him for the sake of the league.
I gotta end the game here, man.
Ryan Barucki coming in. 4-run inning for Ray, and he gets the mercy. Is he gonna lock it on in?
It's not, Zach. It's not an L rule. It's actually a really good rule. There's a wide range of people in this league. So there has to be a multiplier. It's like somebody like
Ryan Barucki also is a pretty favorited lefty reliever, by the way. Got pretty nasty stuff. He's got that sinker. I remember using this card in BR back a couple years ago, and he was a pretty solid one. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't a common back then.
There's one.
Ooh,
We got one.
that's beautiful.
There we go.
That's a
baby.
beauty from Ray. See how far that one
How far was
goes.
That was probably like 420 maybe.
I'm gonna guess this one just over 400. Say 409. That was just one of those balls that it was hit hard, but it was just a line drive.
Yeah, hopefully they find to him next year. Yeah. How we got?
Let's see.
423.
Oh, 423. So just short of the bonus. Could have gotten an extra 5 points to hit that ball 2 feet further, you know. Some may say I intentionally made sure that ball stayed 2 feet short. Some may not.
Come on, baby. Get through there.
Here's the interesting thing. He had Salvador Perez off the bench.
Hey, what's up, Camper? Say, man.
So it seems like he's not going to use him right now.
So they're gonna. I think they're gonna find 2 multipliers. I explained that. They're gonna find 2 multipliers. We've talked about it a little bit more.
Are you sure about that, Ray? I don't know, dude. I feel like you could use a 1.0 multiplier, you know. Maybe we'll bump Thuuuuney down to a 1.0 too. I think that would be very fun. I think that would be very fun if we bumped Thuuuuney down to a 1. I mean, I don't see why not, right, chat? Who says no, right?
Get out. That's not an out. Right?
Oh, is that going to carry? Oh, it did get out. Another one for Ray. He probably doesn't need to replay that. That's a short one right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's not 400. We know that one's sub 400. We know that.
All right, 343. 343. 343.
343, not a concern on that one.
Come on, Mickey. Come on, Mickey.
So right now, it seems like in this game, Ray is leading the longest home run. Actually, no, Thuuuuney's leading the longest home run race with 480.
Another one? Okay, let's go.
But is Ray going to beat that this inning? He's teeing off right now. He's one run away from the mercy here. He is close to finishing. I think he's going to finish this up this inning. He's 1 run away.
450 at least. Give me at least 450 here, please. 441. Dang, man.
441.
We'll stay the last
That's
one.
another one for him. About 425. That's a bonus 5 points. Ray's going to be looking pretty good. He's been looking pretty good after this game, I would say. Did we just say scan is broke man's courage, JD?
I want to get more so done with the game.
Okay.
Then try to set something up, I guess. So that makes
Scan
sense.
a booster. Okay, see. I was like, here's Salvador Perez coming off the bench finally. Melvin Adone. You guys remember last year he had a gold prospect card that was pretty nasty. This year, though, probably not as nasty, that's for sure.
Come on.
1 chance to mercy this game here. Or at least 1 chance.
It's a bad swing right there.
That mercy, I mean, at this point, Ray's not going to get another at-bat past is very likely. Let's do. He has a comeback of the ages. So if it's him, you want that mercy rule right now. You want to end this game right here.
No clues will be had here.
Ooh, good take.
Win the league? I don't know.
Good take. Is that going to get through? Ooh. Okay, he dove a little early into the side.
We got Kenny G. Come on, Kenny.
Ken Griffey Jr. with a chance to walk this off. I mean, honestly, if Ray is confident, he could put on a couple runners here and try to maximize on his score.
Get down. Good.
It's another good swing from Griffey. He's been on it with Griffey this game, man. And this could be good for him. Get a couple runners on. If he hits one out here. This, oh, he's going to bases loaded. Oh, no.
What's he doing here?
Yeah, what is he doing here? He's got to put in a lefty here, right?
Okay.
Going lefty versus Babe.
Okay.
But this is best case scenario for Ray. If Ray gets into one here and hits it out, that's a grand slam and he maximizes on his runs.
Yeah, he's nuts, dude. He's nuts.
Oh, good take.
Come on, babe. Come on.
Good take. It does not seem to be any collusion this game, Jake. Did he get it? He did not. The mercy has been fumbled away.
Dude, that been
I don't know. Maybe you have to double check the messages. Make sure that Ray didn't say to Thuuuuney, "Hey, you know, I'll won't mercy you to give you a couple more at bats in the game." No. I do not think they colluded before this game. It would make 0 sense for Thuuuuney to walk the bases loaded
Of course you would.
if
Of course you would.
if Ray was intentionally not going to get the mercy. Collusion? See, here's the issue. This is not collusion. This is not the case. This sounds like someone who has actually been accused, and rightfully so, of collusion, trying to deflect a little bit. That's what this sounds like. But Thuuuuney's actually giving him a chance here. Whether he wins or loses this game, he's going to get a chance to score some runs.
Lead the league in being awful on pitches inside. I'm going to be straight up with everybody. I didn't mean to swing there at all. My body just pressed X.
Well, I mean, I hope your body pressed X. I don't know what else would press X, Thuuuuney. But yeah, that's the thing with Thuuuuney. I feel like he just kind of, he's been given a chance here, but he's kind of mentally checked out, you know? That's a good cut right there. That's a beauty. I mean, listen, he can put up a few runs and he'll likely beat Ray in points, but at this point, he might not beat Ray in points as a 2-time multiplier. Yeah, Thuuuuney has got a very nice shirt rocking there. You know what? Maybe he gets 100 points for that. Maybe he just gets 100 points for the shirt, because that's a look right there. He's probably going to be the best looking player of the bunch of us this week. I know Swanee won't be, that's for sure. Ooh, late on the inside changeup. Ray is 1 out away from winning himself a ball game here. 1 out away. Steve Cishek, very popular common type pitcher. Tasked to get one last out here. What pitch does he go to? I bet he starts on an away pitch to get his eye outside and comes back inside with a sinker. Oh, no. He's going to go lefty left. He's going to go to Cody Reed.
Cody Reed? Oh, okay.
Cody Reed with a chance to get the out.
If that was the end of the game, I would have been very upset.
That's a good swing from Thuuuuney. Going to keep the game going here. 2nd and 3rd. 2 outs here. If he can put up a couple more runs, that helps him out points-wise. If he scores DC, it's another 50-plus points for him. Probably 100 because it's 2 times multiplier.
That's why I saved Mantle.
Now you've got Soler, and he's got his pinch hitters. He's going to pitch to Soler here, but he's not going to give you anything to hit, I think.
Hey, Swample's burner with a fall. Thank you.
Man, I just wish he was ready for that fastball, that inside sinker. Just mentally ready to time that early on the count, because he gets that pitch a little bit often from Ray. He's got to crush one of those at some point. Ooh, there's that.
You know, a swing that Ray would have hit for a home run. That's how
We would have hit that with a home run, dude. Stop it.
awesome. GG's, man.
Stop it, you.
GG's
Stop
to Ray,
it.
You know,
GG's. GG's to Thuuuuney and Ray.
that's how it goes, you know?
Thuuuuney, don't leave the Discord. He left the Discord. No, Thuuuuney. No, Thuuuuney. Someone tell him to get back into Discord right now, or I deduct points from him. Someone tell him in the chat right now, and I'm actually being serious with that one. Get back in that Discord where he gets deducted from points. I promise you. I'll do it. I'll do it. Get back in that Discord, Thuuuuney. You're not leaving yet. You're not leaving yet, Thuuuuney. Get on in there. Get on in there. You ain't leaving yet, buddy. Well, I guess we have to get Ray in the booth first, since Thuuuuney has decided to leave us in the Discord. We'll get Ray in on here. GG's to these dudes, by the way. There he is, Ray. Yo, how we feeling after that game, bro?
Yo, sorry, my bad. I apologize.
Hey, all good?
I'm gonna say I was a little disappointed. A little disappointed, to be honest with you. I was hoping to get a little bit more going on there. It took a long time. But either way, I guess it is a W, so I guess I'll take that. But yeah, I wish I would have got a little bit more going there, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I mean, with the team build and all that stuff going on this week, I think the potential for runs could have been more. Both you guys kind of missed some mistakes at points that could have really allowed those innings to keep going. But if there's anything you did well, you actually scored well bonus-wise. You're going to actually get 40 extra bonus points for the home run distances you set. So even though, you know, there was an opportunity for more, you definitely outdid Thuuuuney points wise with those distances. So good work on that one.
Yeah. Obviously, he had a lot of really, really shallow home runs, except the one obviously with Horace Lair. They had that 480, but other than that, a lot of shallow home runs. So I'm hoping maybe that helps me out. But if I had to guess, I probably again am gonna lose on the multiplier or on the point system. I'll take the win with that, but I'll probably lose again on the multiplier, unfortunately.
I mean, listen, I mean, no matter how that final point score looks, I mean, you put out a good game, 19-10 is no slouch. We'll take that as a win. And I'm interested to see how it's gonna go the rest of the week. How do you think the other games are gonna pace themselves this week in comparison to that?
You know, I think the biggest thing was when to pinch hit and when not to. I ended up batting twice with pitchers because, you know, the last thing you want to happen is to run out of bullpen arms and then, I mean, just arms in general. So I think that's a really big thing to not pinch hit like too quick or to not get those guys out of the game, because I think in the long run that'll really hurt you. And we had quite a few relievers left, so that turned out pretty well. But yeah, that's the thing. You gotta pace yourself with those relievers and those pinch hits. That's a big thing right there.
Yeah, I saw you guys trying to really keep it going, like keep them available for as long as possible. I could see that was a part of the strategy. And I was thinking of points. Like I was wondering what would have happened if you put in Salvador Perez earlier on in the at bat with like Schwarber up in the dish. At points. But I think that's probably gonna be the big part of the week.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I want to throw him in there, but I think it's so much more useful to have him, you know, to pinch hit for the pitcher if you have a chance for that. Obviously, that last one with Babe Ruth, I really wish I would have done something with it. If I could have got, you know, a home run right there, win by 13 runs instead, I probably would have solidified that point total. But, you know, unfortunately, it just didn't work out there.
Well, yeah, dude, I know the score. I mean, the game went the way it did, but we're actually tallying the scores. I'm looking at the scores now. I think you're going to be pretty happy with the outcome as we're getting it going here. GG's again, dude. We're going to get Thuuuuney in on here and hear his thoughts. GG's again, my dude, and appreciate you going out there and showing out again, bro.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for manning the booth by yourself tonight. I know it's not an easy task, so thank you for doing that, and hopefully the next game will be just as good.
No problem, bro. You're lucky I'm not taking points away from you. And I'll put you back in the chat. I'll see you again on another one, bro.
Okay, sounds good. Have a good one, man.
All right, let's get Thuuuuney in on here and hear his thoughts. Let's drag him on in. Mr. Thuuuuney, bro, how we feeling after that game?
I want to take the words of Beer Bandit in the dugout chat and say I'm just here so I don't get fined at this point.
I mean, listen. We need to hear our post game thoughts from the Thuuuuney. You know, it's something that we need to hear from you. And listen, I mean, I know the game went the way it did, but those will happen. How do you feel about how you played that game?
Well, I like clearly I didn't play very well. I mean, the best game that I played was the game versus Day, obviously, even though I ended up losing that one. Then the one I played versus you was pretty good too, but I like something that I really noticed from, and this sounds like really dumb to like talk about this as someone playing a video game, but like the game versus Day was like our winter break, so like I was sleeping in, I was only playing video games, but now with like my school, like we're transitioning everything to online learning because of, you know, COVID and everything. And dude, it's been like, it was a stressful day and I could not lock on to pitches at all. So like if anybody feels like when they're playing like, hey, one day I suck and one day I'm not great, maybe think about like your day. Like I feel like a lot of people can kind of vibe with that if you don't feel right, then you don't play the game very well. That was kind of how it went with me today.
I've had those nights too where I was traveling or like going back and forth setting up stuff and I hopped on, I was just dead. So I absolutely relate to you. But I mean, listen, 10 runs ain't no slouch. I mean, you still went out there and looked solid. We're very close to getting the points tallied here. And I know with the sake of the multiplier, you probably won't be too disappointed though. But I think I think you actually really like the outcome of this game. This game was actually a very close one score wise, funny enough, with how the point bonuses and all that. How'd you do anything different to try to hit the ball further or anything, or were you just trying to focus on hitting home runs in general?
Well, at one point, I tried serenading Ramon. At another point, I tried, blessing my bat. At another point, I tried praying to the holy spaghetti monster above. I mean, at this point, every week has been, I stare at my PCI and I look at like 83-mile-an-hour feedback weekly to like a second baseman, and I look in the camera and I'm like, what is happening? And it's been that every single week. So until I find out the answer to that question, I don't know.
I saw the pain. Listen, it happens. Sometimes you get good pitches thrown at you. It's tough to do anything with. It's basically a 50-50 shot. If you get him to the infield, you hit it right to a fielder. And I saw a little bit of that game where I got a couple of those hits in. Felt like every one of those you got wasn't out. So I feel your pain. But speaking of which, let's see what the score is for our games. Like I said, I don't think you'd be disappointed. It's actually one of our closest game all time so far. 772 for you, Thuuuuney. And then a 752 for
super
Ray.
Close.
So a 20-point margin. The difference of this game was probably the long distance home runs. You hit the 2 home runs above 425 feet. That add for 20 points. That was the difference of this game. So that's really incredible, dude. How you feel about that score?
The multiplier that I don't deserve in all of its glory. I've been saying it every week that I feel like I should be closer to like 1.5, but I mean this week I played like I needed a × 4 multiplier like DC territory. I was struggling today, even though I put up 10 runs. But we'll take the 772. That's the funny thing about these games is that I mean you obviously want to win, but like when I was playing Ray, I was like, just get me to the 9th inning so I can bat one more time and get some more points. And it ended up mattering because those couple hits in the 9th inning worked in my favor to get the win there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, with how the multiplier system and all that is, like, you just got to do good for your own respect, and everyone's going to have a chance to compete in a sense with how these multipliers have been. So, like, I know you're getting called Mickey Mouse and all this for some of these scores you get, but listen, dude, like, you're putting up good games for the sake of yourself. You're going out there and getting the points for it all. So, at the end of the day, that is all that matters here. So, tip of the cap to you, bro. Good job.
Just a gentle nod to the Twitch chat. I teach middle school kids, so they could literally say anything in the Twitch chat, and I will just laugh it off. It's all fun and games here. Mickey Mouse, whatever. It's funny to me.
I relate to the Mickey Mouse thing. I feel you, bro. So we'll let you hop on out here and get back to doing what you're doing. Appreciate you hopping to the booth, especially at the expense of your point. I think your points appreciate that. And we appreciate you hopping on in and chatting up after the game, bro.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Keep doing your work, man.
All right, brother. We will see you on the other side, my dude.
All right, catch you later.
And there we go with Mr. Thuuuuney. I mean, his points definitely happy for that. That is a 20-point margin for him, so you'll take those. But yeah, we're actually gonna get Ants in here. You guys know hashtag Antsgate out here. All of the stuff going on this week. We gotta hop on in and discuss this with him because you guys know what has happened on Twitter today. We're gonna hop in and chat with him about what's going on here.
Hello.
Well, there he is, Mr. Ants. So, how are we feeling about the decision made today?
Bunch of hootenanny. That's what it was.
It's a bunch of hootenanny. So
it's a bunch of hootenanny.
So let me. Here's the thing. In case you guys not see the tweets, we have investigated and proven that Ants and Termination colluded with each other in a previous game played, where Ants was in mercy territory of the 9th or the 8th inning. And TJ he had a runner on third, and TJ intentionally let the runners in. And this was a plan from before the game, according to
messages. That's where it goes off. That's where it goes off the rails.
Listen, we have video evidence of you typing in TJ's chat. Hey, if you get in the mercy territory and you have a chance to win, let me score a couple of runs. And
okay. You want the truth? You want the truth?
You want the hit me with the truth. I know the truth.
This is the truth. So what had happened was I did send that message. 100%. That message was sent. I sent that. 100%.
Yes, we know that. We know that.
Of course. Yeah, of course. However, that message was sent, right, in an unserious fashion. And as we continue, it runs in my family. My man Swan can probably attest. My dad, he makes a lot of jokes, sometimes untimely jokes. I simply made an untimely joke with TJ prior to the game, which is why, if you notice, I put a winky face. I put a winky face at the end of the message. Everybody knows a winky face. You're just joking.
A winky face says like you're trying to.
A winky face means, dude, I'm just messing around. I'm joking. See, look, Swan even said true. He knows that my dad makes a lot of jokes.
What I said. He
Sometimes
said it's
at
what I
inappropriate
said.
times. Runs in the family. Now, I did say that. That message was sent. Now, 100%. This is the truth right here. 100%. In that 8th inning, I had no idea what was happening. I had no idea what was happening and had no knowledge of TJ's plan to intentionally throw away the ball prior to that happening until I saw the clip of him yelling at me to go home afterwards, which is why I didn't, if you notice, I didn't go on the first one because I was worried about getting thrown out because there were 2 outs and I needed 1 run to score. And I was worried about getting thrown out, so I didn't even send them.
No.
And the second one I tried and my controller messed up.
I think what happened is the first time you didn't go home because you didn't want to make it look like you were doing something. You know, if you went first pitch, you knew.
No, I didn't want to get out. I didn't want to get out.
And then after that,
I was worried about getting out because I'd seen people get thrown out at home the game before. And I was like, dude, I can't risk it in this situation, getting thrown out at home to end the game. That's a bad look. That'd be a bad look for me base running Rise. And you know this as well as anybody can. I make a lot of base running errors. I mean, listen, so does I
the
didn't
other
want to end the
person you
game
were
on a
playing.
base running error.
The person you were playing makes a lot of base running errors too. And he knew
100%.
that he was giving you the opportunity to score. And you were trying, first of all, the first one, I think it was you intentionally trying to be, oh, no, I'm not going to go home first pitch.
No, I did not want to get thrown out at home. I was legitimately scared about getting thrown out at home.
Go home.
The second one, I was spamming L1. It wouldn't go. And then the third one, I was like, okay, I'm going. My question, what am I supposed to do? Not score?
No, you're supposed to score there, but the conversation before and the situation, how it unfolded conversation.
I had no knowledge of the situation at hand at the time in which it took place.
Listen. I was not the only one who made this decision. That is, this was a collaborative effort decision wise.
This is a hose job.
Get out of my booth, Ants. I don't want to hear any more of your nonsense. Let's hop into game number 2, get into the intros, and see what we got. So here we have our predictions for game number 2. We got DC actually winning the Twitter poll versus Day, looking very comfortable according to Vegas. You're looking at the lineup. Interesting, but similarities to the other squads you've been seeing. We got Mike Trout, Ken Griffey Jr., Hank Aaron, Chipper Jones, Albert Pujols, Max Muncy, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Kyle Schwarber rounding up the lineup. You're seeing a trend of a lot of the best bats, but also a good mix of lefties and righties, seeing some balance in these lineups. So looking at Day's lineup, let's see who he is rocking. He's got Ketel Marte yet again making another appearance out there at second, Ken Griffey Jr., Mike Trout, Chipper Jones, Babe Ruth, Salvi Perez, Lou Gehrig, and Fernando Tatis Jr. You get a lot of similarities to the other lineups we've covered. Really interesting to see Babe Ruth in the outfield instead of a better defender, but still, all the home runs we should be seeing today, that defense probably won't mean much at all. Let's hop in the game and see the home runs get hit in game number 2. All right, let's hop on in with DC, hear his thoughts first, and hear what he has to say. There he is, Mr. DC, bro. How we feeling prior to game number 2 here, bro? Give him a second to unmute. I think he'll get there at some point. Mr. DC.
Yeah,
there he is.
I flew to Tampa and forgot how to work Discord.
I feel that, bro. So, how you feeling after seeing game number 1?
That game, I don't know. It was a little weird. It kind of, that was a game of runs. It kind of looked like Thuuuuney's game kind of looked like mine and Ray's a little bit. Like Thuuuuney hung in there and then it was just, Ray just goes on these tears, bro. Like he does. Like Ray's a demon in that regard. He just goes on these just little tears and he just rips you.
He does, dude. So let me ask you, we were just talking about how Ray was playing. Do you have any idea how Day is going to play this game, or are you just expecting all chaos?
You know, I think the worst thing you can do when you play Day is underestimate Day. because I don't. That's the one thing I haven't done. I'm kind of approaching this kind of like I did Ray's game. Just let's try to get points, And the biggest thing is just don't try to have any of those, 6 or 7 run innings. If you give up 2 or 3 an inning, that's okay. Just go to the next and kind of keep everything in front of you, but just don't let him have a really big inning. And Day can do that. I think a lot of people sleep on Day. Um,
Absolutely,
he
dude.
can go on these little runs too. We've seen him do that a lot. Like he just goes on these little streaks where he just stomps somebody.
His energy in these games have just been unreal. Like it's almost like near level of like Ants and Swanee, how they dial on in. He gets like that. So like he's a pour his heart on this game. So like I think it should be a good one. I'm excited to see. Hopefully a nice little shootout between you guys. Did you think of anything with the team build at all?
No, kind of went with who I felt comfy with out of the requirements and stuff of it. But at the same time, trying to keep the lineup balanced. The only player I'm really worried about that I haven't been real well with, or hit real well with is Schwarber. Everybody else though, I'm kind of confident in. And then, as far as the pitching goes, I rotated the pitching staff around a little bit, but I went into a friendly and kind of tried to just get used to some of the motions and stuff of some of the common players because I've used some of them, but it's been so long because it's been the moonshot event since we've used a lot of those guys. So I kind of tried to get back used to it, kind of get used to par size and stuff like that. But it's tough, man. Day's not somebody you can, you're gonna have to do like you play Ray or one of the, or you or somebody. You're gonna have to get really unique with some of these pitch locations. So look for me to probably hang a lot of curveballs and them go nearly 500 feet.
Absolutely, bro. I'm excited to watch it. Good luck to you, my dude. And I'm excited to
Thank
see you
you.
go out there and kill it.
Thank you, brother. We're gonna try. It's 9:37 my time. So somebody said slam another G Fuel, and I just drank 1 can. So we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there quite yet.
Good luck, my dude. I bet you go out there and kill it. And we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you, brother.
All right, let's get Day in on here now. Let's see what Day has to say here prior to game number 1. I wonder what his thoughts are on DC. There he is, Mr. Day. So, Day, how are you feeling after watching that first game, bro?
Honestly surprised.
Really? You think there's gonna be more runs or something?
I did. Because this week the pitchers are arguably worse. The hitters are arguably better.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the stadium's bigger. And so make that make sense, Scan, okay?
Listen, I mean, we want to see the ball get teed off here. We want to see tape measure shots here. So we got to go to a 5,000 elevation, use the 125 power, and also, who has the bye week this week, right? We gotta let everyone play some catch up this week, if you get what I mean.
Facts, bro. I got my ass kicked last week. I'm looking to strike first, and I'm dressed for the occasion. I got my golf outfit on. I got my glove on.
So
we're feeling good.
So you're gonna have the glove on your PCI hand.
Yep, I've already tested it out, and I feel confident enough to use it.
All right, we'll see if the looks played a part. I mean, just saying, I think bad things would bode for you if you happen to lose this game and you dressed for the occasion. So I hope for that sake you go out there and win it, bro.
If we have to make adjustments, we will. Okay, I'm sticking up my guns,
bro. Go get it. I'm excited to see how this game goes. Best of luck to you, and I will see you on the other side.
All right, bro.
We'll see you later.
Later.
All righty, let's get on to the game number 2 and see what everyone has to get going here. I mean, Day's dressed up in a golf uniform here, so he's going to be dialed in a good bit with this, but I don't know, man. I mean, it's going to be tough to beat DC with that multiplier in a big offensive week like this, kind of like how Thuuuuney's game went with Ray. I think Day's the favorite to win, but in terms of the points, that might not add up with the best at the end for him. In the area, he's got the lime green hat. Jesus Christ, dude. He's got the whole fit. That Mariners hat too? God. He's got it dialed in right now. It's gonna be interesting to see how he plays here. I mean, we kind of saw a little bit too much aggression at points from Thuuuuney game number 1. Is they gonna be able to compose himself and put up those good swings? Is DC gonna be able to do the same? He's got the glove on. Let's go, dude. I love it. I love the commitment. Chat, who is your favorite? We'll actually do a prediction in the chat. We'll do a prediction in the chat who you guys think wins. DC or Day? You guys got 1 minute to submit any channel points you have. I definitely will not rig your channel points to be the opposite of what you vote, by the way. Definitely will not happen. No reason to worry about that.
Error displaying chat. Uh-oh. Why was that?
Look at Day making the bullpen adjustment, putting in Cheshire, Brad Brock, Hildenberger.
I'm gonna start Brad.
Let's see what chat has going here. A lot people leaning. Wow, DC's side.
Let's do it.
Wow. we didn't specify if it was winning on points or winning just the game itself. Ooh.
Hey, I'll take the belt.
Maybe
off,
I'm just have
if
to
I need
decide
put on a
whoever
weapon, you know
votes
what I mean?
less ends up getting more points. You know, if Day isn't the favorite in the prediction, maybe we skew the vote to be in his favor. I think that would be very fun.
Let's get it.
I think that would be fun to rip you guys off some channel points. Am I right?
Ready to dominate.
Let's see. Wow, it's actually a pretty close prediction between the two. Day with the 6,000 points put into it.
I can see the chat.
So we'll have to see what the real winner of this game is. I bet Day could win this game but lose on points. No, there was not a penalty for using the wrong pitcher last week because he didn't get an out with him.
Red polo, to be honest.
They gave up like a hit, a home run, and
I
then
can't be swinging at that.
intentionally walked to take him out. So
Died for me too,
we
dude.
didn't feel there was a
That was
need
up there.
to deduct points. However, there was a need to deduct points from collusion the other week. Where's Mangoes? He's on a break. He's on a break. And that is all. He's out on a break for today. You know, he's just out for a break. Hashtag free mangoes. Hey, who says there needs to be any freeing of mangoes? Whoa. Chat, you know what I want to see? I want to see someone hit that hit it here sign in center field above the batter's eye. That would be like a dub of a target to hit. 1-2 count to Griffey here. Also, Dave's got to change uniforms finally. He's got like that like teal blue look. Those are actually kind of clean.
I mean, these are good pitches.
I kind of F with those uniforms. Those are kind of a dub. Oh, did he get that one? He did. Ken Griffey Jr. lead or 1-out bomb here in the first. Dave takes a 1-0 lead. What's this? 443 on that one.
Giving up all these tanks.
So 443 for Day. And he's looking pretty dandy right now. That's a 5-point bonus for him since he did cross 425 with that.
I did not power swing, by the way.
So good start for Day. He's got to put up some more though. O2 count the chipper. Is Chi Gonzalez just the meta? No. It does not seem like Chi is the meta. Oh, that didn't leave. That ball was hit like 330 feet. Was just a foot beneath the top of the wall, man. Holy. It's tough to hit a ball off the wall at this stadium. The walls are so short. It's tough to do.
My bad. I thought he could have seen that at the end though. So I let it go.
I don't know, man. I mean, I think Day is definitely got a great chance to win this game, but it's gonna be so tough to beat DC unless DC just doesn't show up offensively.
It's a good pitch.
I don't know, man. DC might be someone who's a favorite to take first this week, man. Oh, he's gonna go for the steal. Oh, good ball four there.
Baby, let's go, babe.
Babe Ruth up with a couple runners on. Day's got a chance to put up a big first. If we can put up a big first. He is setting himself up for success here.
Let's see if we can find that. 443 feet.
Yep, 443 feet. You need to make sure he replays those just for measuring purposes. Makes our life a little easier. Ooh. That's one of those cutters that like you really got to be ready for. If you're not ready for that, you roll over that. But if you're ready for that pitch, you don't miss that. Cutter going right towards the barrel of the bat. Oh, good pitch. 1-2 count. Good pitch. That's one of those that's just like it's tough to get weak contact on that. On all-star. It's a good pitch. Honestly, DC can pitch it a bit.
Don't question him.
Whoa. Did he just tell me to not question him? You guys hear that?
That wasn't a great,
Did he just tell me to not question him?
on his end.
You watch your mouth there, Day.
Pitch though.
You watch your mouth. You're not the one who wields the point control here, buddy. Is this?
No.
Oh, he missed that one. You know what? You deserve a 5-point deduction for that one, Day. That's for sure. You're not gonna get it, but you deserve it. Wow, he's taking the. Oh, he's putting the glove back on again. I love. I thought he was gonna take it off. If he took off the glove in the first, that's a coward move.
Just had to
Honestly, DC knows how to like sequence a bit. I mean, he's doing a good job of aiming just a little bit outside his zone, try to get some swings and misses. Oh, that's it.
Damn it. How do I?
You got to turn and burn on that one to right field. That ball would have been crushed if he did. Late on it, or late side of good on it. He hit the center. I mean, 2 runs. That's a solid first, but DC could easily bounce back. 2 and 1 inning ain't nothing. I don't know. Was he locked? DC just chilling. He's just chilling, dude. He just be chilling out in these streets. The vibes whenever you get into DC stream, whenever he's getting into the game. I think it would be fun to see DC just turn up some music and dial in, kind of like Demon Swan, you know? Is that gonna drop? No. Hit right to center.
Oh, come on, game. You can't do me like that. That's Trout, man. That's Trout.
The first swing of the game. You're fine, DC. DC, if he's gonna improve on anything, he's got to improve on his fortitude. He's got to battle in these games a good bit, you know. He had 1 week where he fought a good bit, but he's got to sustain a little longer, you know. And now he's rocking the outer only PCI. Oh, he swung 3-0 at that. That's a mistake. He clearly wasn't ready for that pitch. Late side, a good jammed it. You don't want to be swinging 3-0 at that. Ugh.
That was a good pitch.
It was a hittable pitch, that's for sure. But you gotta really be ready for that if you're swinging 3-0. You can tell by being a little late on that. The off PCI, he wasn't ready for that type of pitch.
Good pitch.
That's a dot. Is Brad Brock just dicing him up right now? I mean, Brock's nasty with that sidearm release he has. Kind of throws across his body a good bit. All right, 3-1. He's gonna swing in a good pitch here.
Is that gone? That's
Oh, he
out.
got
Let's
it.
Go, baby. 2-1.
He got
Come
it with
on,
Hammer and Hank.
Let's dig
That's
in
gonna be
here.
hit a good bit. He got a good
Let's
bit
dig
into
in
that.
here, son. Come on now.
Let's dig in here,
We
son.
have to replay all of them. We have to.
That's the beauty of a swing from Hammer and Hank. That's what DC's gonna need to do.
I'm
Put
not
up some
gonna-
good
what I'm
swings on
not
some
gonna
like
do
not
is I'm
as
not
good
gonna talk
pitches hit.
back to you, because I'm not gonna make
404.
you mad, because I'm trying to prevent the mercy. So I love you, Dave, and you mean the world to me.
His strategy is to not talk smack so he can keep Dave from getting angry. I love it though. DC gets it. You get Dave pissed and
Come on,
dialed in. Dave gets into like a demon mode like Swan. You need him to get angry to get to that point.
Ah, good pitch.
So like I like it. He's kind of just like, okay, you're my favorite person in the world. I love that. I love that. Oh, late on that. Drop the PCI. Puts up one.
That was that
Not
was
the
a
worst
terrible
inning ever.
fellas. I'm not gonna lie. That was not.
Yeah,
a good
nobody
inning
gets
for
into
us right
demon
there.
mode like Demon Swan. I agree with that, Swanee. That is agreed. Guys like Ants tries to do it.
Let's go.
Day
Let's
gets
start off,
kinda
man.
there.
I know you're not hitting well. You have 11 at bats though.
See, look, he's just kind of chilling, you know? He's just kind of chilling right now. He's all like,
now.
he's in like that golfer mode where he's just trying to look good, you know? Look all swaggy out there. But you know, just like when you're playing around a golf, you get a couple of those swings, you huck into the woods in the water. They start to get pissed. I bet they get to that point at some point. Oh, Tatis. That's gone. That's not going to be a tape measure one, but that's a bomb. What's he going to do to DC? 418 for Day.
Like TJ Finley plays quarterback.
Whoa! Whoa! DC had to pause for that. We need to see his reaction to that after this. We need to like find a way to see DC's reaction to that. I don't think he liked that with that pause menu.
Wait,
Oh, that's funny.
I
That's
didn't show
funny.
that one again.
I don't know. Day was like, Day's clearly trying to get to DC. I love it.
418. I know, that's
Ooh.
crazy. Crazy, Logan.
In comes John King. Lefty out of the bullpen.
Imagine I have
The lefty
another
coming in to attack the pitcher here.
home run.
I mean, the pitcher has to be the out, but also at this stadium, if he pulls one, Brad Brock can hit one out. 5,000 elevation. That's how you pitch him. Good pitch.
It's okay. We move on. Top of
Here's the
lineup.
thing. Now that Day said something to DC, I bet DC starts to get a little like, no, I'm not going to be nice to you, Day.
Patel, the Snell,
Day's just trying to
Marte.
bait him a bit. I love it. Good pitch, away
Why
sinker.
am I swinging at that?
Yeah, that's a pitch. Like, if you're not ready for that, don't even swing at that first pitch.
My brain is
He said that
malfunctioning.
was a little much. That's
What
fair.
Dude
That's fair
was
game.
right, though. I mean, you
I
have
bet he
long
goes
days,
inside
just
sinker
lock
now.
in,
He went
Snell,
away
lock
sinker,
in,
inside slide. Now he
lock
comes
in.
inside sinker after slow breaking ball. Try to get a late swing here. All right, inside fastball. Now he's going to go fastball off the plate inside. Go for that slider or something like that off the plate inside. Ooh,
Yes, sir.
that caught black,
On
whether
your
he wanted to or
horse.
not. He just demolished that ball.
Don't you dare, don't you
Absolutely
dare, don't you
urinated
dare.
on it.
Yes, sir.
That'll get him two, though. Cattell Marte.
Man.
Now, if I'm facing Griffey, I'm staying away to him. I'm not giving him anything inside here, unless it's off the plate like that. Griffey just had, like, make him slow down on an away pitch.
Good
Oh,
eye.
how would he go inside fastball? I'm going away breaking ball here. Going like a way slider, trying to dot it on the corner. Well, he went inside. Staying inside this entire time. I don't know, man. You throw one too many pitches inside, he's going to crush it.
We still got the eye.
Now you're just
On
getting
the
him into a
absolute
good count
target.
here.
Ball 4.
Oh, a
Here we
good
go.
pitch
Chip,
choice.
chip. Hooray.
Now this is ugly. You get chipper up versus a lefty with runners on. Ooh, no. This might be up.
No.
Well,
I'm
as we were talking about Day getting a little bit impatient. Oh, he baited him on that changeup. Great pitch. Great first pitch. Catches him a little aggressive there. That's big. That's big for the inning.
That was a big play right there.
He's taking the words right out of my mouth. Now you get Albert Pujols up. He's hitting 533 with him, by the way. Bottom second. I'm surprised you don't see Pujols use a little more in these teams with the power he has. Oh, did he get that? Just a
That's
little
gotta
bit
be
late
gone.
sided good. I think he's going to
That's gotta be
carry.
gone.
Is he going
That's
to be able to
gotta
rob
gone.
this? He does not.
Say, bro, that's gotta be gone.
Griffey jumping into an invisible wall there. Albert Pujols taking him Yabo to center. It's not going to be a tape measure, though. It's another one of those
That's
short of any
at
bonuses.
least
So they have a couple
15-point
bombs.
deduction, which is a personal foul for the Finley comment. Way out of line. The Finley comment was out of pocket.
He felt the Finley comment. There's only about a 15-point deduction, though. Listen. There's a time and place for a 15-point deduction, if you know what I mean. Ha ha ha.
Good pitch.
Yeah, Brad Brock's kind of nasty out there, though. Oh, what a pitch. Cutter inside off the plate is what I'm throwing here.
Missed it. Good pitch.
Oh, he went on the plate with it. Good pitch.
I should have been ready.
I don't know what you mean.
Should have been ready for that cutter.
Collusion. Thank you. excessive attacking of an Auburn fan. Oh, he just missed that. Oh, he did get that one.
Tatis, dig.
Tatis is getting two at least. Probably just two.
Griffey's got a cannon. We can't go three. Come on, baby. We need this, boys.
Chat, Major Mangoes is taking a break.
Going to the pin.
He's taking a
I
break
don't know. I'm tired.
for today. That's why he is not in the booth for today. It's not a break. What? Someone say something? Someone say something? I feel like someone said something there. Man, Schwarber lefty, man. It's not going to be an easy at bat, even against these commons. You throw a pitch like that, you're going to roll it over, man.
I got to leave King in.
Oh, he's going to leave in the common pitcher. Okay. I mean, I don't hate him doing that.
I'm not making the same mistake again. With 2 outs, I'm going to leave him in, boys.
Interesting to see if that'll help him or not. I mean, if he takes out John King in the first couple of bats, is a waste of time. But like, he's trying to sustain the at bat, the pinch
I'm not gonna
hitters
make
for the
same
game.
mistake again with him. I need him to get one more out here.
All right.
I got to
Oh,
wait for
no.
my pitch.
If you guys know Day, and you know his vibes, you hear the song he's listening to.
And I may have
He's listening to
wait
Meek
until
Mill-
after
Meek
2
Mill.
pitches to find my pitch, man.
I
After
think
2
this is
strikes
Day's
even.
locking inning here. He's gonna put up like a massive run inning here. I feel it. I feel he's gonna put in like a big inning here. DC should be trembling. Okay, maybe not. Maybe he won't put in the big inning.
What is my eye right now?
Come on, Day, lock it
This is
in.
not great. This is not great.
Lock it on in.
We're letting DC hang in there. We need to start just absolutely putting our foot to the freaking metal.
This lefty at bats gonna be tough though. How are you gonna hit lefty in some of these? Oh. That's a good pitch
Oh,
though.
dude.
It's right up, perfect spot for that. That's like an impossible one to elevate. That's just one you gotta hope finds a gap through the infield. It did not. It's like DC's just staying low with him. Why give him anything high?
Gotta put something.
Why
up
throw
there.
anything high in the zone here for him to elevate? Make him hit something low. Oh. That caught a lot of play. If we're gonna hit the sign, hit the cafe sign, please. No. I want him to
Price
hit
is
the sign
wrong,
target.
bitch.
Whoa. How far was that one? How far was that one? We missed the distance on that one
I
Day.
know
You're
he's
supposed to
confused on
replay
that
him.
one. Once I
Someone
start
in chat
hitting
needs to
with
tell
the-
Day to pull
the
up his
happy
game log
humor
after.
quotes,
Oh, or when he can,
he's
so we
not
can
gonna
see the
know.
distance. Was it 445? Okay, thank you guys.
I forgot again. I'm sorry.
I was
I'm
too busy
sorry. I
saying
forgot
other
again.
stuff to see.
I forgot again.
Come on, Day. Let's get confirmation on that. 445. Thank you, chat. I mean, no, thank you, chat. No, thank you. You don't get thank yous for the hashtags that were put in chat earlier today. Thank you. Okay, see. I just said no, you don't get thank yous, and then I say thank you. Okay, you know what? I don't know what's going on anymore. I mean, that low pitch is where it's at.
Okay.
Stay low to him, man.
That's what I was thinking too.
Stay
Come on,
low.
gotta be smart.
Don't give him anything above that lower part of the zone.
Let's see
Yeah,
what
this is
he
a
got. Full
fastball
count.
like that. 3-2. Go slow stuff
what he got,
away
DC.
or low. Gotta take advantage of the lefty here. Oh, he went inside and missed the spot. Oh.
Oh, I almost won.
Oh,
that,
no.
man. Let's go, Fernando.
All right, well, there goes John King, and you know what he did? He got 1 out, or 2 outs this inning. Jordan Belozovic, the player with a future star card that I've probably never seen used once in this game, out on the bump to get this final out of the inning. DC seems to have a pretty typical routine. He gets that fastball in the zone, and he goes to the slow breaking stuff. That pitch is going to be the pitch that Day has to hit that fastball away, because
was
DC
that?
could keep going to that to get some outs here. Well, inning over. Lower scoring game thus far here. 4-2 here and a couple innings in.
Come on, Trout. Let's get this started.
Mike Trout is the guy you want up to start this inning, but man, 4-2 here in the third. So you guys, if they want to keep up with Thuuuuney and Ray, oh man, they're not on a great pace right now. They got to turn up that offense real quick here. He's like, DC has such like an interesting vibe. He's always just like very mellow. Oh, getting that PCI too high. I think DC needs to do what Thuuuuney did and put that center on. That PCI is so massive, it's tough to know what your center is. I was wondering Edison Volquez. That's a glitch right there. That's a glitch of a common.
There we go, Griffey. There we go. There we go.
All right, DC, come on, buddy. Score some runs here, my dude. I believe in you.
That's all we
I
gotta do,
believe in
Nick.
you.
We
Score
just gotta
some
get a run
runs.
back. If we
You can do
match him
anything you
every
set your
inning, we'll
mind
be
to. Oh,
good.
Hank
We
versus
just gotta
lefty.
match, man. Just
You
gotta-
gotta take
we
him
gotta
out,
put some
right?
on the board right here.
Hank versus a lefty is nightmare fuel. Oh, Steve Cishek. This might spell end of the inning for DC here. Cishek is very nasty, and that release point can get you. Oh, no way. What was that? What was that? Perfect off the
Oh my
heel of
God,
Lou
this
Gehrig.
game hates
You
me,
thought
bro.
he'd get the
I
out at
swear to
second.
God,
He
this
gets
game
you out at
hates me.
first. Oh, no. That's an unfortunate perfect out there.
Oh, this game hates me.
That's one that you'd want to be absolutely smacked. Yeah, what in the what? Don't know what that was. Oh, you know what these dudes don't do? They aren't ready to swing on those inside sinkers enough. Those are pitches to hit. Turn and burn on an inside sinker. He almost killed Steve Cishek with that, by the way. Oh, he's setting him home. Are we going to have a play at the plate? He makes it.
We got our run back.
4-3
We're
game.
fine. We're fine, fellas. We got our run back. Let's dig in here. We got our run back.
Ooh.
4-3.
Nice. What a swing from DC.
No,
You know, shot, he goes
that was
yard
that
very
on that
early.
Slider.
Man, dude.
Oh my God, no shot.
4-3 though. He gets one. This is just like 1-run innings they're putting up right now. Someone's got to break through for a few more runs in an inning at some point here, I feel like. Oh. Prince Fielder. The 125 power versus both sides coming off the bench for Day. I actually like this decision.
Prince, thick boy
Get the
fielder.
lefty an all-star. The PCI isn't going to really be an issue.
Wow.
Wow, what a dot. Oh, that's going to find a gap, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it does. He just
Get
missed. That'll be
there.
2 for Prince.
Oh, the big thickups.
Look at Prince. Oh, perfect. Oh,
Oh.
if he gets him out. Wow.
Yes, thank God.
Man.
I got bailed. What's up, Walt?
Yeah, he got lucky that was not a perfect out like DC's was. Domingo Robles. Ooh, this guy looks like a creative player on a mound with just like his physical.
I see.
But Griffey, ooh, he didn't warm up the pen. Lefty with Griffey here.
Starter's going.
It's not going to be an easy task. I bet DC gets that nice rollover breaking ball. Oh, he threw that too high. Just a smidgen too high. It's going to be off the wall. Oh, God, the base running. The base running is all over the place. He just threw it. Oh, no. He just threw it to the shortstop for some reason.
That's just great.
That
That's
is,
just
they
great
fumbled the
baseball.
bag with the base
That's just
running.
good baseball right there.
He fumbled the bag of the base running. Honestly,
Why
DC
wasn't
kind of stayed on path with
moving?
that.
I'm so
He
lost.
thought that he was going to catch that for a bit. So he ended up getting all over the place on the bases. You know what he should do? He should steal second here with the runner on first.
That was the worst case.
He could use that steal. Oh, what are you waiting for today? It's a float over
TJ out there.
curveball. A turn and burn on that one.
Come
All right, that's a good take right there.
Come on, baby,
3-1
show it
now.
to me. Show it to me, DC.
3-1 fastball, man. I think he's being too patient right now, man. What are you waiting for?
Or
Okay, wow, that's a good
gotta
take.
do some here with
That's a good
Mr.
take. He
Michael
almost
Nelson
dotted him
Trout.
up. Mike Trout, bases loaded. Oh, God, this is scary. This is scary if you're DC.
No!
Honestly,
deserve to
Day
lose this
deserves like a
game.
50-point
I
deduction for
deserve
missing
this
that.
loss.
He deserves a 50-point deduction for that, bro.
This is
Fastball, middle in. Oh,
just-
God, dude.
just
This
the
is...
worst.
It seems like Day just can't hit right now, dude. He doesn't know what he wants to do with the plate. He's taking pitches, but he's not getting good PCIs and timing regularly. Woo! That's a dot. That pitch changes this at bat for DC. 2-1 now. Oh, good take. Oh, what a pitch. 3-2. You're going away, breaking ball to him here. Slow stuff away. You want a ground ball. Weak contact. Oh, he went down and in fastball. Day.
Where are we playing?
You're on the late side of good.
Where are we playing?
You got to turn on that Day. There's no excuse for that one.
Massively bailed out. How did we get out of that? How in the world did we just get out of that inning?
I think DC's like, how did he get out of that, bro? Day's giving him
my
chances
God.
here, man. Here's the thing, though. Like, it is 5,000 elevation and all that. But that late side of good still will hurt you a lot of the times. These dudes are taking so many of those inside fastballs or they're late on them. But those are your pitches that really turn on. Those are your pitches that you time those up inside. You hit those hard. A lot of these guys have been kind of taking those pitches. I mean, maybe the stadium's elevation isn't 5,000, you know? Maybe for some reason we were lied to. Oh, that's out of the zone. You need an extendo arm to hit that one well.
What? How does that
What?
ball haven't-
The shambles.
84
That
exit
pi-
velo.
That pitch is far out of zone. Like, how do you physically get your bat to that well?
Damn, man. I can't get anything off the bat right now.
I'm telling you guys, that that pitch right there is the one to hit. That's a pitch you hit hard if you time it up. But they're just kind of spitting on it. Every time. Now he's going to throw that pitch again and be late on it. I'm calling it. Oh, God. I'm telling you guys, if you guys are watching this and you're in this situation, you gotta just be ready to swing on those inside
Why is this
fastballs.
turned
Those are
into a
pitches to
pitcher's duel
hit.
with nothing but commons?
They're taking 3 strikes right now. He's early on that. Oh,
I just
we are in
don't
a pitcher's
understand how
duel here at
nobody's
the end of the
getting
fourth.
any
Something you
exit
did not
velocity
expect here.
I don't get it.
This
I
is
really don't. That's kind of
this is a tough scene right now for the sake of this game right now. Ugh. We're struggling to hit in the range with 5,000 elevation and short walls against common pitchers. I mean, I don't want to say collusion. I mean, this definitely isn't collusion because this is just poor gameplay, you know? This is just like not swinging at any of the right pitches. I expected better out of these dudes. I expected big runs. Apparently, the only way we can get big runs in this league regularly is if we have players that don't even field the ball.
Didn't mean to do that.
He just bunt danced. Chad, you think we'd negate points for him bunt dancing there? You think we negate points for him bunt dancing there? See, I told you guys that middle in fastball, man. Those inside fastballs, you got to be ready to swing at.
Over, man.
Those are their
no.
pitches to hit.
Is he gonna walk me?
Ooh, Edison Volquez out of the pay. If you guys remember the moonshot event earlier on in the year,
Edison.
Volquez was kind of glitchy, so. He had a weird release point.
Wow.
Pretty sure it was like broken early on in the year, so it might not be as broken now, but he's really funky out there with how he strides in towards the plate. There's that up and in sinker, late side of good. He's gonna catch it. Late side of good. Ba, ba, ba.
You like this, Andy? This is actually a banger.
He is man, these dudes are just they're not like they're laying a lot right now, man.
Medicine's medicine, dude. He's freaking ending my life right now. Do you see that?
I'm gonna be disappointed if neither of these dudes score 5. I'm gonna be real with you all.
I'm not.
I would be disappointed.
Stadium is lying to me. Just like the last
Stadium's lying to you.
lied
Freaking get
too.
some day. We need more good goods, early side of good goods, you know? Yeah, like that.
Small victories, like a hit with the pitcher. We take
Yeah,
that, we
he's-
take that. Let's go.
Look at Cody
Cattell.
Reed. Cattell Marte with a chance. This inning keeps going. Whenever you see these innings keep going, it always just spells danger for the pitching side of things. That 1-2 out hit could be all it takes to get the confidence a little down. Now Dave's got a chance to put up a 3 spot here. Oh, hanging knuckle curve, and he turned on it. That late side of good was more than enough on it. He got a hold of that one. And now that's 7-3. What are we looking at here distance wise? I'm gonna say 424.
You're in big trouble though, pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Trying to make a movie reference there, I think. 441 for Day. That is his third 425 foot plus home run, but still not his longest. 443 is his longest. DC has not hit a single home run above 425 feet.
Of Happy Gilmore quotes.
You know what, Tater? I agree. You would know as anyone. The stadium is 5,000 elevation. He just needs to elevate the ball.
Though. That was sick.
Your message is literally
That
just
was the
late.
close as a drive shot that I've ever seen in my life.
I know, Swanee. If it's not like a reference or something, he's getting toward, like, honestly, that deserves a point negation.
Well, I already said that.
That
James
deserves
already
a point
said that.
negation
Can't
there.
use that one.
Ooh, Griffey. That's going to find a gap. That early side of the ball, getting them going there.
Need some hay down by the bay. Like, what? Give me something else. I need some.
Chat, I want to let you know, by the way, I want to see, I
Yes,
never want to
he's
see the
coming
term
back green at
Oompa scan
night.
ever
Yes.
again, okay? Thank you. That'll never be a thing. Thank you. Jeff Hartlieb coming out of the pen, by the way. Man, some of these comments have some weird releases, dude. Guy's got a weird motion.
Damn it!
Oh, too early on that. You gotta sit back on that a little more.
All right, we got those.
7-3
points
though.
in.
Day gets a few more on the board, but man, he needs more than 7.
We just got to hit, man. We can't hit. I can't get anything out of the damn ballpark.
Yeah, DC's been kind of close. He's been close to getting some runs up, but in some warning track, just a little bit off the ball. You gotta pinch hit. Interesting to have Jose Ramirez off the bench, by the way. I think the only one who we've seen. Chris
Oh,
Davis off the bench too.
I mean, you got
DC have some interesting bench choices.
I mean,
You gotta take him
Jeff
out.
now.
You
Right
gotta
now-
take him out. And you gotta pinch hit a switch hit or try to get a good
Slayer.
at bat versus either side here. You'll probably put in
Bottom
someone
5,
else.
Down 4.
If you put in a lefty, I mean, put in a righty. So you probably want to have a switch hitter so you're good in either scenario, whether he changes the pitcher or not. All right, he finally made a decision. Jorge Soler. I mean, I like Soler a lot off the bench. The power is legit. Right now, I feel like Day would be winning points wise. It becomes a certain threshold where you score enough runs that 3-time multiplier really becomes a big deal. Right now, though, he hasn't scored many DC, that is. So he's not going to be looking at too many points right now. He's got to find a way to turn it up this inning if he does. And late on 96. Oh, got him to chase that inside slider.
Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, how is that? Like, why are we giving hits one way and not the other? Like, I just don't understand it.
This is
No, you
giving
don't
me
burn
spark.
Ramirez.
This is
He's
giving
terrible
me.
against lefties. You don't burn it there.
There's gonna be flashbacks to the previous game we watched between Ray and Thuuuuney. And Thuuuuney was saying, "Oh, I would have been a hit for Ray." Do you want a point? I smell a point negation here, DC, for your You're rambling on for no reason. How about that, buddy? You watch your mouth and get a good swing like that. There you go. There you go. Those are swings you need. Let's see. Oh, he's got good distance on that one. I'm going to guess
What, you eat these as shit
434.
for breakfast?
Oh, 445. I love the smack talk. He was like, wait, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast? The 445 is his longest now. That is still third on the day for the longest home runs. Not on top of the leaderboard this week for the longest home run, but that is his first bonus. He gets an extra 5 points for the distance on that home run. Looks like Dave's trying to extend Cody Reed too, by the way, who hasn't pitching well. I'm telling you, he's got to hit these sinkers. Why are you swinging at that? Why are you swinging at that in a 1-0 count? There's no reason to be swinging at that. Minimize that zone. Look for that fastball. That's too good of a pitch to be swinging at in a 1-0 count. That good old special inside sinker, by the way. It's a go-to pitch for Day, it looks like. DC kind of laying those inside sinkers regularly. Oh, hanging slider. Just late underneath it.
Like, it's, oh God, I'm so irritated right now, man.
I think he's in his own head right now, chat. I think he's overthinking a little bit of this right now. I think it is, I think he's had a rough one here. He's in his own head right now. Nate Pearson coming out of Penn, by the way. Big thing with his common. Doesn't have outlier like his 99 overall card does. He gets close to it, but doesn't have the outlier yet. Big thing, though, he's got the fast fastball and the slow slider. That might help here on All-Star. Get some rollover outs. Oh, it's a hanger. And he's early on it. He wanted it too much. This is game number 2 we have going here. DC versus Day. Game 1 was actually a 20-point difference. Both of Thuuuuney and Ray getting 700 plus points. Lock it in, Day. You gotta hit it fair, buddy.
Come on.
Man, they're getting in their own heads whenever they square up a ball. It doesn't turn out well. Or even if they don't square up a ball, they're in their own heads right now. This is a mental battle between them. Who's going to be the one to sustain all of their own, just like, mental battle they're having? Because, like, man, these dudes are overthinking a good bit, I feel like, this game. Just go out there, put up good swings. They're common pitchers. Their hits per 9 are very low. You're going to be able to square up and hit the ball hard when you square it up. Look at Babe.
That works.
Is dotting a single out in right field. Oh, it's a hanger. He was lucky that they was in double play depth. In normal depth, that's double play. But in double play depth, it gets past the shortstop. I don't know, man. If Day hits a 3-run bomb here, this is going to be scary for DC. This might be that big inning for Day we were talking about, where he finally connects it, put up a big spot. This might be that inning at this rate. Couple hits here, already a run on the board. Oh, a hanging curveball. He's not locating these. That is way too high in his zone. They get the bases juiced. I don't know, man. He gets one swing on the ball here and becomes a 3-run game. I mean, 3 runs for the mercy. So they could be really, really close to just running away with this game here. I don't know, man. This is that part where you're starting to smell blood in the water, like Mango says. You feel like you have a chance to end this type of thing here, but I don't know. You can't be putting up swings like that. These clutch situations.
Grab it yet.
That's another one of those situations. Gets an easy to hit pitch. Misses the PCI. It's like the second one in that game. I don't know, man. Tommy Canely. He's going to leave in Canely.
It's you, Mickey.
Also really interesting. He's leaving a Nate Pearson. I don't know, man. I bet he gets a fastball over the plate and Day just rocks it. I got a bad feeling that's what's going to happen. This at bat could change the entire complexion of the game. Ooh, good take. I don't know. I'm not swinging here. I am not swinging here, no matter what. You know it's right down the middle, but you got to see more pitches. Oh, that's too easy to hit pitches. That one could have been one you swung at, but still it wasn't ready for it. 3-2 count. Runners should be running. Gets a high fastball. Like I said, he finally got a fastball over the heart of the plate. Mickey Mantle absolutely urinates on that one, sends it to orbit.
Shut the hell up!
Oh, God. He's dialed in. Oh, no. Oh, no. How far did that one go, by the way, chat? How far did that ball go? We're going to need a double check of the distance on that. They said, shut the F up.
There we go. Now you can grab it. Now you can grab it, Andy.
It all day was going to be chilled. Shut up. 612. That was not 612 feet. Felt like it, but was not. Oh, no. He just hit Nate Pearson in the head. Could someone tell Day to get the distance on that one, by the way?
My man just died.
He didn't replay it. He didn't replay it. Was it 421? He just killed Nate Pearson. DC's dying. My man's is dead out there. He's a rotten corpse. So yeah, Chad, let me know what we need some confirmation that was 421.
He was still laid out there too.
We need to check in the distance of that one. I'm not sure of how far that was.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
If any guys are in Days Check, you let me know what the distance is. The man has forgotten to replay home runs time and time again after I told him to replay them all. SMH my head. We're going to act like that was 421. So that would be a 5-point bonus for Day. That was such a weird pitch sequence. Goes in the low break ball and back high fastball. Man. I don't know, chat. You guys were saying, oh, look at Scan deducting points, but I don't know. He's not replaying the homer. He's making the measuring of these home runs a hassle. He's got to lock it in or there will be a point deduction. And that is more than just a threat. So it was 422. Okay, cool. We have confirmed the home run distance. No thanks to Day, because he just doesn't replay his home runs. He doesn't replay his home runs in these streets when he's told to. Oh, he's early on that. On All-Star, like that could be a little tough to sit back and hit that ball well opposite field.
I just dead at the plate, man. I can't get anything going. I'm just too tired.
Yeah, DC might be done. This has been that part of the game. Each game he starts to fizzle out. You go scoreless this inning. I think Day gets some mercy here. Those points that get deducted go to Ants for false collusion. You know what? You know who the points go to? Me. Because I have to score report these replays or these non-replayed home runs. This is a hassle to me, okay? Thank you. It's right down the middle. He jammed that inside. Is he going to get enough of it, though? No.
Shot, bro. Like,
That's deflating. That's deflating.
Dude. Like I just can't. I can't get.
You know what you got to do there, DC? You don't move the PCI. You keep the PCI center, and then you nuke it. That's one you got to hit. Now, Day's gonna mercy. Yeah. This is screaming GG's out here. All right, I'm going to be ready to write this down. How far was that one? 424. Short of the bonus for Day. We don't need his replay this time.
Die, clown.
Day. What are you... Is he think he's being funny? Is that a reference I'm not getting? Oh, God. Oh, God.
I did right there, right? How far did that
This
go?
is bad.
I didn't see. I wasn't even paying attention.
Ants for scan on Thursday. Here's the thing. I don't know if that can happen because Swanee played TJ already. So with how the schedule is, the order has to be that way. If it were me and Ants, then it would need to be the reverse, but maybe next week. Yeah, this is getting worse than Ray Swanee. There's another bomb, though. What's he got to say?
You suck, you jackass.
He's really trying to be making movie references here. I don't think the smack talk is effective, but it's just funny. He's just like,
Man,
he's referring to Happy Gilmore. It makes sense. It makes sense that he's doing that. There's at least a little bit of credit.
yeah.
I don't know. At that point, that's not worse than Ray, because Ray is all original, you know. Dae's referring to movies, so there's a little bit of a brain behind it. So you got to give credit to that. And there it is. Mercy territory for Dae. What's he got up his sleeve here?
Hey, DC, I just want you to know that all those were quotes, and I actually do love you. So, don't hate me.
I don't know why I spaced out as it was probably showing the distance there. We need I hope dude's a dude is keeping track of these home runs, dude. 'Cause Jesus
We
Christ.
can keep scoring here, baby. We can keep scoring.
I don't know if he's skipping it or it's just like just me spacing out, but man, I feel like he's just like make a decision day. You're gonna replay him or not replay him.
Ew. What was that?
All right, Dae's gonna need to check that the game log again. I want to make sure he gets. As you know what? Listen, if he doesn't check the game log and forget the home run, it's entirely on him. It is on him. You know, it's not our fault. You know, if he's gonna miss out on his bonus points, it's his fault. I'll take those points. Thank you. All right, Dae needs 3 outs. He gets some mercy here.
Last
You know, he
two?
tastes
Okay.
blood in the water. Get a chance to mercy here. 3 outs away, and Dae gets a W with emphasis. DC's got to lock it in for a couple more runs here. Man, I hope Dae is actually keeping up with it. All right. 3 outs away. Does he get the 3 outs here? That is the question. I bet DC's getting riled with the pause and keeps on having to pause like that. 445 on that one for Dae. So again, another 420 sub 425 foot shot. That's 5 of them. That's an extra 25 points for Dae so far this game.
Thank you.
0-2 count. I mean, DC's locking it in. He's got to keep this game going for his own sake. Get some more runs on his own, you know. Try to stay alive from the mercy. Oh, just didn't get that PCI up there, man. I feel your pain, DC. Listen, from the traveling and, you know, getting back at it again today and it being a little late. I understand the tiredness and the frustration at playing MLB The Show this late. I feel it. It is entirely warranted. Is he going to put on the center? Is he put on the inner? Attaboy, DC. Hope he's not too little too late for you. Man. This might be a very quick inning to end this here. You put a J-Ram over Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, I think we're dead in the water.
That's a bold decision, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. He had the chance to put Mickey Mantle and other players off the bench, but he's going to go with the Jose Ramirez, who does get pretty good power versus right. But you're going to use the 81 contact out there. Huh. Good take. You got to get that fastball in the zone. That's going to be your pitch to hit. Oh, he chased it a little bit. 1-2 count. Is this going to be the final pitch of the game? Do we have mercy territory for Dae? Oh, he almost froze him up on that. That's an inch to the left. That's a dot. 2-2. Bet he goes away breaking ball. Oh, went inside breaking ball.
That's how it ends. How is that a ground that like?
Oh, DC.
God almighty, man. I've never gotten that unlucky playing this video game. I've never.
Oh,
gotten
the
that
pain, the pain. Can we get some
how
GGs
is
in
that
the
a tipped
chat?
ball in front of home plate?
Yeah, that ball was tipped.
How?
That's one of those that should be hit a little harder.
How?
That's nutty.
Y'all tell
That
me
is
how
a
that's a
little
tip
nutty.
ball in front of home plate, bro.
That was literally chopped into the dirt. I thought you would think that'd be like a hard hit ground ball, man. Sheesh. Well, on that sad note, GG's to the gentleman. We are going to be getting in the booth. Mr. DC here first. Oh, you're questioning him, not I mean, it is a little warranted, the bottom part of PCI. You would probably hope that's a little hit harder, you know? At least a little smidgen harder. It is a little unfortunate, though. That is a little unlucky. Let's actually hop on in here and get DC in. So, DC, how we feeling after that game, bro?
You know what, man? For the first time, I'm actually pissed. Like that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I mean, they had some really good swings, you know, but like I've never gotten that unlucky playing this game. I really haven't.
You had a
like,
few of those swings where they were pretty solid PCIs, but just a smidgen out of the zone. All that, like you just missed.
They were giving Day hits with those
on it. Yeah, you
That's
felt
what I'm
like
saying. They were giving Day hits with a. How is that last pitch a ground out in front of home plate? Like that's what I'm like. Are you kidding me?
That's a discussion we're having in the chat right now. That's for sure.
Like, I mean, and like I said, Day made some good swings, but we got to the sixth, and this game was just like, you know what? He doesn't even need to touch the baseball. Like, I mean, we weren't even touching the baseball.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I was looking at Day's PCI, and like, I think that's a part of this, like the rollover of confidence when hits start to connect. Like all you need to do is just touch the ball and everything hits. I think that's I felt like that's what happened there in those couple innings. Like once they got it going, it was just hit. And it was really like probably no way to really stop it at that point.
I really don't at the point. Like, I mean, pitching, I could have made a couple of adjustments here and there. You know, look, there was a couple of weird home runs like in the seventh, but there wasn't really like anything I could do with that. But I just couldn't. I don't know. Like, I mean, the sinker and the sixth, or the sinker and the sixth that was out the warning track right after I'd just given up two that weren't even touching the baseball. Like, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. That's really the first time I've been frustrated in a game though in a while. Like it showed the PCI feedback on the ground down in front of home plate. I was like, well, I mean, we're all over that with just early timing, and that I would love to know what goes into an algorithm to generate a dribbler in front of home plate on that pitch. Like, I would love to know that.
Listen, I feel your pain. I know you and all the traveling and been playing a little late here tonight. So I know how it feels when you hop on the game, you're not like 100% there, and then the ball just like it feels like you don't get lucky and the game just kind of poops on you. I feel that pain. It happens to a good amount of us, so you're not alone on that.
Yeah, I mean, Dave was really, really patient, and I really couldn't, you know, like normal tunneling wouldn't working really well. Because I like to use slider pitchers generally instead of sinkers, which I kind of switched out and kind of went to sinker pitchers, a couple of them, but he was really patient at the plate. And I mean, you know, not to go over, I got really lucky there. And like, I think it was the third or the fourth where he had like a base running error, and then I managed to kind of pitch my way out of it. So, I mean, it could have been a little bit worse, but the thing about it is like it compounds mentally when you're not getting those hits and you're not generating that exit velocity. It kind of compounds mentally, and you just can't. I don't know. It gets worse and worse in the later innings. You kind of get frustrated, you know, and it just builds up at the plate.
It does, man. It's a mental battle. It ain't easy. I feel the pain. I mean, it's happened to plenty of the guys in this league so far, so you're definitely not alone in that. But GG's, my dude. We're getting the scores all tallied and such right now, so we'll have that all for you.
We're
here
definitely back down to last. We would have needed an 11-time multiplier to do anything in that one.
I mean, listen, they have the best ones. GG's again, my dude, and we will chat up with you on the next one, brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you calling it, Scan. Thank you, brother.
Of course. Have a good one, my dude. All right, and there we go with DC. Got him in the booth, got his thoughts. We're gonna be hopping in with Day now. There he is, Mr. Day. So, how we feel after that game, brother?
You know, feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good after that. You know, I heard what DC had to say. I mean, that's tough. I wasn't paying attention to any of my PCIs. If you couldn't tell, all I was doing was trying to get the hot mic as good as it could be, and you know, I really shined in that area this week. I feel like I was just waiting for the next home run so I could just spew out the next line.
I wish Chad 100% agreed with you. It felt like your talk was pretty hit or miss. You had some that connected well. I get there were movie references, which at least gave you a little bit of credit. But at some point, you had Swanee in the middle of it saying, "Oh, you're sounding worse than Ray."
It was all from Happy Gilmore, okay? Which, if you know, Happy Gilmore.
Yes, we picked up on that, but it wasn't 100% gotten at first. I think the execution of it, of some of it, wasn't there.
I did what I could.
That one where you told him to shut the F up, I think, was the best one. That was the highlight of the game. that was the highlight of the game. DC was like, "Oh, that wasn't nice with your first comment you made."
But I think everyone in the league should thank me for only having DC score 4 runs and immersing him in the 7th. So I think you guys should give me some credit in that aspect. He didn't put up freaking 2,500 points this week. Although I do love DC. I honestly thought at the beginning the field was not playing as big as or as small as the stadium last week.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Because I felt like I had some really good PCI like up balls up. I remember one with Fernando that I was right on, and it just
there was not
didn't
a
go
single
anywhere.
home run that game that got above 450 feet. Everything was sub 450. While the other game we had 4 that were above 450.
No, so, that's not from my log. I had a few over 450.
You had a few above 450. Well, maybe if you replayed them, then we would have seen them.
I did replay them. I don't know what you're talking about. I told dudes to dude.
You had, according to me, you had 3 home runs above 440, but not getting above 450. You had 445, 446. 445, 445, and then 441.
I hit one 461.
You hit one 461?
Yep.
I see 421. You have your game log? Give me evidence of your game log.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Yeah.
We need some last minute scoring for Day here. Pull up his stream. Pull up the game log, Day.
461. Jones homered to right. 461. Ruth 445.
You know what? I don't feel like giving you those points, but I will. You'll get an extra. Yes. You'll get the extra point. You'll get the extra points for it. You're lucky. I'm feeling nice today, Day.
Well, I mean, according to what transpired today, it didn't really seem like it. So.
Whoa, hey, that's a whole
hashtag scan Fred. Hashtag scan Fred.
Get him out of my call. Get him out of my call. No. We're gonna show you the score right now. We're gonna get the score going here. It's basically done. So
okay.
Well, we'll get your thoughts on the score.
I think it's still gonna be close. We'll see.
We'll have to see if you're right about that one. We'll have to see if you're right on that one.
I'm actually terrified.
Yeah, you can't be changing up your side of this conversation. You have changed sides based on your original response on Twitter. So shame on you.
I don't know what anyone's talking about.
All right, let's just see the score. Let's see the score before I boot you out of my call, buddy.
Okay.
869 for you and 443 for DC. So honestly, that is a pretty big dub. That is a big dub for the week because DC stays below 500, and you get 869, which is good, but it could have been higher.
Nice.
So.
Anyone could say it's pretty nice. You know what I mean?
I deserve it. You deserve to take those 10 points back for that. Jesus, man. Just shut it. But GG's, bro, and get out of here before I actually do take points away from you, bro.
It was a fun week. Moly. Shout out to Scan. Everyone in the chat, I love you. Good week.
All right, brother.
The glove is undefeated.
Get out of my call. Pathetic. Pathetic chat. So, yeah, that is going to be it for us, the broadcast today. I will be playing on Thursday. And obviously we'll be back in the booth here next week. Mangoes is taking a break, so will he be back? I don't really know. Also, wait, I just get a text. Hello? Oh wait, no.